Hmm. 思うわ。I will. Not ready to set up something this late. Hmm. Yeah.
Run amok on the island. Don't worry, humans will never make it through the fog.
That Invocator had Ruthless. Was the Invocator from you? Does he actually play Invocator on PvP? Or was like... Because it's been so long since I have seen another, like, actual Invocator in PvP. That's crazy. Did he perform? I didn't see, like, the scoreboard in the end. Did he actually manage to play, like, Invocator in the War Games? Because the last time I saw one Invocator was like when Curse was so strong by the end of Tier 2. Not even the end of Tier 2, like mid Tier 2. But after that, like the person that played Invocator tried to go back to Darkblight and then gave up and became a healer. And it's not me. I say. I mean, the problem with Invocator is the peeling, right? It's a class that has no self-peeling. I wonder if he plays with Telstaff and plays with Curse. Because I do think people sleep on the Telestaff. But if you run Telestaff, you actually could like play with curse, folks cursing. And then you have all the benefits of the staff on the skill damage boost and everything else, right? But even then, it's, I don't know, seems so hard to play Invocator. Even more now that like the spear is like so prevalent in everything, right? The spin spear. Is it? It's. Wait, oh, it's Steven, the guild today. I thought it was Party Guild, Steven. That's fine. It should be pretty quick today. I'm not entirely sure what's gonna be the talk on this content creator roundtable, to be honest. We didn't prep anything ahead of time. Like on the normal roundtable, we had the topics ahead of time, so we could like think of what we want to say. But I guess we're just lagging it. Let's see. Forget to grab your battle pass stuff. It's the last day of the battle pass. Grab distraction. Wonder how long it's gonna take the thingy. Oh, hello, hello. I am streaming, but it's not gonna pick up your voices, so don't worry about that. I mean, I'm gonna be the seeker, so I'm not gonna drop anything, right? Is extremely. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna mute on Discord. You should mention curses being slapped on the current meta. I mean, curses are starting to pick back up because of the shields going down, right? and people don't have defenses anymore because everyone was playing glass. So it is in an interesting position. I still think it's like not good, like not ideal. It's playable. It has been playable. But I don't think it's like amazing. I still think like we not getting a curse set was so stupid. Like Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I'm surprised you didn't get into a guild one. You have like the full build ready, right? You have everything set just for like whatever you wanna do. One, you just need to grieve people. I mean, if you bomb people often in the ZVZs, it's fine. You got 1.1% damage. Can you like? Because that's how I got into my first guild as Dark Blight. I would just like keep bombing people in AoEs non-stop. And then eventually I got into the guild I was bombing. Maybe if you aim at some guild that you wanna join specifically and just keep bombing them. I bomb people all the time. Yeah. Coney. Are you still playing like often? What? I have not seen you around, or did you change your nickname? At least I have not seen your nickname around. For a bit, at least. Oh my god, you a streamer? Kinda. Not really, I guess. I stream like once per week, and randomly sometimes. But we're gonna be doing this content creator roundtable thing, so I decided to stream. I really don't stream that much because of a lot of complications with my work, my microphone, and my PC not being that great. It's like decent. It would run most games, but Tron ZVZ is something else. Point now. Let me see. I have been wanting to make like a bomber's career. I have actually been recommending it for people to ask. See, that's me. Let's see. I should. Do I not have you added on the friend list? What? You. Thought I had you on the friend list. Oh, I see. You changed your names. That's how I can find you. Oh my god, you're on top 10 of kills? That's crazy. 380 loose cents. Oh my god, Bree. That is America Fell 3. That is at America Fell 3. This is at America Fell 3. Oh, you mean the map? Sorry. It's gonna be a bit hard for me to communicate because I'm not used to streaming at all, much less like ZVZ content. So like I'm hearing the shot caller, I'm hearing my party, and I'm trying to talk to the chat. I don't know how Ruthless does that. It's like I don't know how he does that. Oh yeah, I have been thinking of making a career to play on my other character because I have like the Tavern Orb upgraded, so I was thinking of playing there. But do you recommend having Delos Law Bowl for this career, or can I play with like any other bowl? Cause is the Delos Law knock up that important? Like the anti shield? Do you feel a big difference on that? What? Because that's the only thing I was not sure. Like I have been recommending Delos Law Bowl, and it makes sense in my head, but I don't know if it's like, is there any other bowl that could be like better? Like Aiello for some self-sustain, or is that just not worth it? Just YOLO, explode and die. Let me pop some foods. Today I have a different build I want to test actually. We'll see how that goes. I'm struggling a little bit to read chat because usually I have like the chat on my phone, but I forgot to charge my second phone. Now it has a little bit of charge. I can read a little bit faster at least. Sorry if I'm taking a little bit of delay to answer. And I'm probably not gonna be able to talk much during Arc bosses. I imagine singles for the people that are playing the Arc boss right now. Let's see if I can hold my FPS during this. I don't think I'll be able to. I'm already gonna decrease quite a bit of my settings. Probably something like this. We'll see. Yeah, Giselka. Yeah, it's quite a bit of losing. When I'm gonna be able to use it, because I don't want to use it now before Tier 4. I'm gonna wait to see the prices on the brooch to see if it's worth the spending. But if it's like 20k plus, I'm not buying brooches. I'm waiting like until it's 5 to 10k. Because it's gonna be so expensive to trade that thing. It's gonna be like ridiculous expensive. Oh my god. I might fine by the way, because I didn't have time to test anything. I'm gonna unmute for Discord. Not this one. Scannery. Alright, I'm back. I'm gonna be testing the builds that I made this time. I mean, it's gonna be a short boss because it's not ascended, right? But I wanna test it. I have one that is 1.9 right now and one that is 2.2. I didn't swap any traits yet, like of the traits that I want to swap, because they are all right stuff, right? So I'm waiting for like next week if I do decide to do it. One I'm gonna test today to see if 1.9 is how it feels, 2.2 how it feels. The 1.9 I only sacrifice a little bit of heavy attack evasion, so I think it's gonna be very solid for like ZVZ specifically. Because most card spinners have like 1.4 to like 1.8 collision chance. They don't really have usually above 2k. So I think 1.9 is kinda the sweet spot for most people. Gonna be interesting to see how that goes, but I think it's gonna go really well actually. I have seen, yeah, a bunch of averages of like 1.4 to 1.8. That was like what I have seen recently. Maybe with like some passives and like stuff you can push it higher, that I'm not very aware. One thing that I don't like is I wish I could use the orb mastery, the one that when you move or like do a dash movement ability, you should get collision resistance stuff like that, but it doesn't work anymore. It's like, why? Why did they do that? Does it work with the Q block? Because I remember someone telling me that it was like not working. Wait, but then it's a rough position. I don't know because then I'm gonna have to swap my mana trait, right? Like my mana mastery thing. Maybe it is worth it. Yeah, that's okay. Just try to stick together, but we should be fine. Ooh, I thought he died. I'm about to say, like, that was so... No. Good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck. I see. It's all ruthless, oh my god. Oh well, congrats to Ruthless. It is his day, his round table, and then Arc Boss drop on top of it. Damn. Ay ay ay, okay. I'm gonna swap. I'll test this tonight. That's how this goes. I'm gonna try to swap the master really quick. See how this goes. We have oh, oh. There you go, hooked. Oh, hard. Didn't work. I have more creature rest than this. Shin the seed. Oops. I'm following Jag right now. We're right next to you, Islo. Oh, it looked like you were prone, Jimmy. Got confused. Oh, I have rocks this time that I have to peel as well. Oh. This place is kind of scuffed. I just realized we don't have gutter for links today. That makes sense. $39 is pretty low. I'm regrouping on 277, sir. Yeah. Can you guys go back to 7 by any chance, or? Oh shit, okay. I'm gonna group up here with Dragon then. What's the... Okay, we are almost at the entrance right now. Okay. I'm going in with Dragon. Let's move towards Shin. Oh god, this looks bad. I'm just gonna insta blast with Dragon. Rock is here, gonna try to shoot Rock as well. Well, no. I couldn't guess. It was CC. Their blast rocks though. I have no render, so you're gonna have to tell me like where we need to move. Like people are not rendering to me. Yeah, I see. I'm starting to stay on top of you. Ooh. Rock's on their oversight though. I couldn't. We actually don't have any body here. Like, there's no. I see a few like green tags, but overall. I think Slow is here. Yeah, Slow is here. Oh, right. Yo, that's bad. I'm already missing the other links. Okay, I'm with Rocks and Slow on like the interest down, like 0.7. Is Dragon with you? I'm just healing a little bit and then we're moving. Sure. We're moving right now. Okay, we're moving right now. Last Rocks. Ooh, no dragon. Popping Guardian right now? Was not enough. Was not enough. Oh. We're out of DPS again. Do we just hold until they come back from like the Watchtower? Yeah, shooting Shin as well. If any DPS is close to us, like close to the pit. Okay. Yeah. Oh, we're here. Leg. Oh, really? Oh, I couldn't get you. Fuck, I tried. Oh my god, the collision is doing nothing, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's rough. I'm gonna swap to my normal setup. I think I can survive a bit longer. I'm getting to... yeah, I'm getting to the gate. With you guys. We're moving in right now. Oh, I'm stuck on Noah. No, please. I cannot string our bosses, it's so buggy. You have Mark. Oh my god, what's going on? Oh, hard. I'm just gonna cast Bubble, honestly. We need to... maybe try to coordinate... I don't have Bubble yet. Oh. Nice, thank you. I'm gonna pop Bubble on you guys here. Oh my god, I got stunned by Terry. No. God dang it. We have Porto. Remember, we have Porto. We have Porto. We have Porto slow. Slow, we have Porto. We have Summon slow. Right. I'm trying to. Oh. We're getting both from the outer edge. Puxa. Rox is anti-shield right now. Thank you. No, I got pulled. Ah. Oh. Oh, Mela got first. Crazy. Mela took 17%? That's pretty impressive. 17? It's quite a bit. Second place was backshots. Our bosses are very interesting. The split is so weird. Was Yeah, it was like Mela 17, then like backshots, and then everyone else was a bit more behind, right? If I'm not mistaken. You know Mela things? No, Melancholy Athenas, I was curious. Rocky, no, it's impossible. I don't think Ding Priest. Okay. Blue Dragon, you have Blast already. You, I'm gonna bubble us. I have bubble right now. Oh my god, slow exploded. His low just exploded. Out of here. Okay, never mind. He just pulled me back from my English. That was bullshit. He just pulled me back from my invisible into the club. Bro, not having a link is rough. In ZVZ specifically. I think in GVGs it's doable, but in ZVZs there's so much random damage coming from everywhere, not having like... It's crazy. Yeah, the majority is not Crusader magic, actually. You have blast rocks? I'm dead. I think we all got time bombed. Oh shit, yeah, there's the round table thing. Wait, give me a second. I gotta go, guys. I gotta go, because they're doing the round table thing. Thanks for the party tonight. See you guys tomorrow. Oh, wait, tomorrow's chill day. But yes, still see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, new dungeons, right? Okay, I'm gonna go, because I do gotta go. See you guys later. Bye-bye. How do I do this? Go here? Hi there, do we start? Okay. No, what I do? Ah, he's gonna drag us, I think. Best. Hello. Alright, give me a second as well to configure things properly. God damn. Alright. Can you guys say something just so I can check if it's like picking up?
Testing, 1, 2, 3,
Oh, it
ladies and
is
gentlemen.
actually picking up. Nice. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hopefully it's not picking up my voice like double, but if it is what it is. It's fine.
It should not if you're using OBS to receive the
Yeah, I'm just checking the
test of audio.
channels right now, but it should be fine. Okay.
Okay, so I'm guessing, Lucky, you're not streaming, right?
I opened the stream a little bit before, but just a little bit of the
Well, are you
stream.
streaming this? Are you streaming this roundtable?
Yeah. At least that was
Oh,
the
you are?
plan.
Okay.
Because I do want to record in case I want to use later for a video or something. We'll see.
Yep. Sounds good. I want to get everyone into a shared chat thing because we want to have everyone being able to yap in the same thing. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll knock on your stream G to begin with.
To open my thing right on browser. Give me a second. Should be working.
So
I don't think this works for YouTube though, right? So it's gonna be weird or something. It should be fine though.
hold up. Okay, so we got Jihyun. I'm going to get. Hold up.
Do you guys know like what we're gonna be talking about? I thought we would like have topics before.
Yo, sorry.
What's
Chad.
up?
I personally don't know what's happening. I'm just here to say, just be a fat chud. You know, that's me.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. Give me one second. I'm pulling. Yo.
Oh, my favorite British man, in it.
That's crazy.
Sorry, guys. Give me a second. I just knocked on both of you.
Oh, let me.
And then
I'm going
Lucky,
to get you
let
in.
me know. Lucky, let me know if that works with you. Something went wrong. Please try again. Why is it not letting me knock for you?
Do I need to get the Chrome for this?
No. You're good. Check now.
Oh, I think it's working.
Let's see.
But
It
I
should
got
pull up like a-
invulnerable invite, I think.
Oh, Invuln, did you already make it? If you already did, just join. Invuln.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
got 3 dozen.
All right, but just get me in there then.
Yeah, do we have a
Is this
like
working?
a roundtable image thing like last time? Or no?
I don't think I do.
I don't. So I didn't make a.
Oh
I
my
have a
God,
spreadsheet for
Invuln.
myself just to go off of stuff. I can send it over. Just give me a sec.
Sure.
Okay.
Take a look at
Did it work? I did click on the thing, but I'm sorry,
let me
I never
invite you, Mr.
did
Lucky.
this.
Give me a second, bro.
Yeah, it's all good. It's because I never did this, so I'm not sure how it works.
You're chilling. You're chilling.
I'm
Oh,
going
how
to
is
try
Enchanted?
that.
Bro.
How is your all the server?
I love getting waved by fucking 7 different guilds at Archboss. It's fucking wonderful.
It's
I
great.
mean, I love getting like cards steamed for 30 minutes in a row. It's great.
It's kind of funny, especially like on Tev, bro, when it's like such a tight space. It's so hard to take up any sort of like any sort of the pie that's in the arena. And like when there's like 90 guilds pushing you at the same time, it's already a fucking freak show.
I-
Try
I
this,
just-
Lucky. Try this,
What's
Link
that?
Lucky.
Let me check. There's no
many guilds total in
notification
Enchanted are there?
here.
Bro, there's bubble blowers, there's
So 5-way
Mm.
alliance, I guess, with bubble blowers.
I think it's 5-way.
Hill?
Yeah, it should be. Back shots, ours,
Nice, you're in.
unhinged. Yeah, it's 5. It's 5.
Okay. But this is just for the stream thing, right? It doesn't.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
need
just so
to-
you can like so we're all linked to the same
Yeah,
chat.
but it's fine to keep using Discord, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Just everyone, you just definitely not mute up the that thing. We use Discord. Errol, are you streaming or what's your plan?
I'll pop the stream up. I just need something to show on screen. Don't know what
That's true.
a visual. Yeah.
Docs.
Otherwise, they're gonna see me AFK in game.
That's what I'm gonna show.
Just pull up the
God
DC.
bless.
Turn on the
Quite a
cam, I
cool
guess.
place.
Yeah,
to
honestly,
be.
honestly, you guys can just
Wait,
pull
wait.
up. You guys can pull up the VC.
I know, I got something for you guys. Hold up. I've got a perfect thing for you guys. We can all watch this together. Give me a second.
Oh
God
my
bless.
god.
Oh no.
It's gonna be the
hold up.
e-girl
No.
tier. It's the e-girl tier list, isn't it? It's the e-girl tier list. Oh no.
What
Oh,
is
no.
going on?
Oh no.
I got
Oh,
something. I
no.
got something else. I got something better. Trust me. I'm putting
Red
this in
alert.
the This is a shout out to my favorite girl streamer on Twitch.
Okay.
You guys can watch this with me if you guys want to watch this together. I think chat will appreciate this
streaming
content.
Oh, bro.
Wait a second.
Oh no, she's not there. She's not fucked, dude.
Oh my god. Yo, I'm not clicking on that.
I'm not clicking on
Can't
that
be-
either.
I'm not clicking on that, bro. I am
Can't
not
be leaking
clicking
the
on that.
ads.
Okay.
Algorithm completely cooked.
Yeah, no. Fuck that. Okay, so we're all here to finally fucking discuss about what the fuck's been going on with Throne and Liberty and why there hasn't been any roundtables since then. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure whoever was running the roundtables got fired or laid off, etc. But what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be breaking down the current state of Throne and Liberty and what's already in the game, what's changing, and whether the game is actually moving forward or are we actually reverting. So
Reverting.
if we're reverting, if we're going back in time to fucking when Spear was disgusting in T2.
Okay, you're talking about meta. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so if we all want to go around and just fucking, I don't know, if we want to name ourselves.
All right, yeah, let's just. I mean, we all know each other at this point.
At this point, I know.
You can
No,
start
we
with
need
Liz.
introductions. Introductions. Go ahead.
You can start with Liz.
Oh, you want me to start? Yo, bet. Okay, yo, I'm Ruthless. I stream 24 hours a day. I have no life. I'm a degenerate. I also play Steelheart, and I'm probably one of the biggest bullies on the game. Shout out to my dad, Mulkin. Thank you, Mulkin. I appreciate you. Yeah.
All right, Airline.
I mean, what can I say? It's just I play from the UK on the NA West NA servers.
Betraying
Some of you
the.
guys might why? It's because I work NA time zone, so I'm always up playing on this time. I play tank mainly. Been dabbling in some Enigma range DPS classes. So
No gladiator? No gladiator?
Gladiator more recently.
No, he's been on that Glad arc. He's been on that Glad arc for like.
Oh.
fucking
I'm
2
building
years
out
already.
the Wincher, building out.
Okay. Envil?
Well met, travelers. My name is Invulnerable. I've been streaming for like 2 years. I've been streaming TNL for a hot minute now at this point. So let me fix my screen. I've been streaming TNL for a hot minute now. I like to spam can't kill me lol, get banned on repeat. And I like to talk about I like to talk to yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna keep it clean actually. I'm gonna keep this podcast clean. But yeah, I'm Invulnerable, guys, also known as Inbum. Go ahead, Jay.
All right. Let's do Lucky first. Lucky.
Okay. I am considered a South American traitor.
Traitor.
Some people say I killed Seeker slash Healer Oracle, right? That's about it, honestly. I'm mostly on YouTube, but here I am on Twitch today.
Yep. And me, I just play Glad. Not on the enchanted server like this big four boys are. I'm just chilling on my own server, fighting the Miva meta and struggling.
You're
But
actually
yeah.
fighting the Brazilians, right? Like the,
What? You
the-
don't Neva. Are you insane? Are you insane? Whoa.
Bro, my whole server is Miva, bro.
That's
Like,
so
I'm
cringe.
expecting,
Holy.
I mean, your main opposition is the second Brazilian guild, right, and the Spanish guild. So
yeah, they're basically like second to Ma, right? They were the second to Ma from that day, from what
yeah,
I heard.
All right.
Yeah.
second
So-
and third kind of. Yeah.
Now that we have introductions out of the way, just so everybody understands in everyone's streams, this is set in stone when it comes to discussing. There is no arguments. There is opinions. If you're butthurt about somebody's opinion, cry about it. Like nobody, like in the most respectful way possible. We are going around the table talking about what we think the game needs and what the game would like bring in more players or anything else. The oncoming discussion is not based off arguments or any sort of like fucking toxicity. This is pure open book. Nobody cares. If you get fucking butthurt, GG's. That's your fucking fault. Sorry. Unfortunately.
So I did say something. My opinions are all factual, and I'm gonna bring the toxicity. So.
All right, somebody get him out. Kidding.
Oh, we're starting this already. We're starting this
Wait,
pretty hot
real
already,
quick,
huh?
real quick.
Uh,
Can you guys throw me into the co-stream?
Oh, true.
Oh yeah. True.
Also,
Let me
we have
read.
people asking. This is not an official thing. It's just like we are trying to make something related to the roundtable since.
We are just trying to make something related to the
Yeah.
roundtable because I know that there's a lot of people that are like a little bit lost because there hasn't been one since like I think it was supposed to be like the start of April. No, that's when the most of the roundtables usually pop off. It's at the start of every month, but there hasn't been a roundtable since then. So Giu actually fucking decided to pull the trigger and actually get us all in a Discord. So we're just running it back and trying to put in our thoughts on what the upcoming update is and what the game needs in its current state.
Yeah, basically we're just yapping, and then if this become a thing, and if people like, then we can just start inviting any other like streamers, people from EU like Zachary and all them. So it's gonna be interesting to see what this will shape up in the future. But for now, it's just us, NA boys, Enchanted +1.
I assume there is a chance that there's maybe a roundtable, but we are not maybe all aware, because there are other content creators and stuff like that.
Right,
maybe
right.
it is
Sure.
a PvE, but yeah. Basically what y'all
Yeah.
said.
But yeah, we're just putting content out there for now.
Bro,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, we just want people to know what's going on in the game, and we want people to know that they're not the only ones that are thinking about these issues in the game. If we want to start off with the bang, the biggest change in the upcoming update that is coming in, this patch caps the difference between stats, not themselves. So when I explain that, just so everybody understands, I'm going to give an example. If you have 3,000 collision chance, and somebody has 0 collision resistance, no matter what, the minimum difference of the cap will be at 1,800. That's just for chance, if 0. Example again, if you have 2,000 collision chance, and the guy has 4,000 collision resistance, the difference is not going to be negative 2,000, it's going to be negative 1,200. It's going to be capped based off of the difference in both sides. So
Yeah.
that's just the example of it. In any of our opinions, if this system goes through, does it improve PvP or
This
limits progression? Just to be
this
clear.
system is basically nothing. And
Okay.
it's
I
a
have-
nothing burger.
I have a table with the percentage if it works like we believe it will work, because honestly, I have been trying to keep up with a lot of Korean like people that actually play the game there, and no one
Okay.
is truly testing the thing properly. So I'm not
I
saying like
mean,
100%
okay.
sure, but
So back then, there was a video that was released regarding CC chance and resist, right?
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
way it works is basically 4x what evasion is working on. So let's say if the difference of like 1,000 evasion is 50%, then it's basically 4x with diminishing return. So it's like basically 1800 or 1200 CC resist on top of something is just like 80 to 90%. Like you're not gonna break it through basically.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
it is really nothing. It is really nothing in the end of the day. The evasion is still the same thing. It's like 4K and 3K, right?
I
If I'm not
think when
mistaken.
it comes to like actual affecting gameplay, it's only gonna affect berserkers in specific
Yeah.
scenarios. But other
Even
than
then, I
that,
don't think it affects them that much. Like
I
the number
mean,
is too high
if
for
you
them.
have like 6k melee, right, it does affect a little bit, but it's really not that big of a deal. Just on
It's
I mean,
battlegrounds. Battlegrounds, I think it's gonna be quite big of a change.
yeah. I
Sorry,
mean,
guys. I'm
um,
sorry.
um,
What was Info
go
gonna
on.
say?
No, sorry. So yeah, I don't think it changes that much for like the competitive scene of things. The one thing I did mention when I first saw it was relating it to like the Boonstone situation, where some people would build up to like 9k resistance buffed, right? These steel hearts with their stupid ass 9k collision resistance. That's not gonna be like a thing anymore, right? So you won't be able to cheese as hard, I guess. I mean, there's still definitely cheesable tools, but it helps Boonstones a little bit. Question mark. Um,
Yeah,
but
but
besides, doesn't really do
yeah,
much.
the Lulu
The
daggers is still gonna be your main like survivability in Berserker, right?
But that's getting
Yeah.
nerfed as well.
Yeah, that's getting giga
Whoa.
nerfed actually, giga nerfed.
so
Yeah, it's
the
still it's still
so
good.
It's still like, yeah,
the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I've had a lot of confusion about people coming into my stream asking about if they should start specking into the caps, because people are not seeing that it's the difference, and they're thinking that 1800 is the cap for the chance. So no
No.
matter what, guys, if you are building the stat, it doesn't matter. Realistically, this patch
Will
doesn't
not change your
affect,
build. Yeah.
it will not change your build at all. It will cap the difference, so it will still make it so people might be able to resist you or evade you, etc. But there is nothing really that is going to have to force
Uh,
you into changing your builds.
the biggest difference here is gonna be, like I said, on the battlegrounds evasion, and actually on the side of minimum chance of hitting the CC. So, for example, before, if you were playing something with like 3 to 4,000 collision resistance, right? The odds of getting hooked by someone that doesn't have like any CC chance would be like 3 to 5 to 6%, following the Formos from Maxer at least. And now it's gonna be like 17%, depending on the CC chance actually of the base skill, right?
Yeah, you're still
So
moving around the 80% percentile, if I'm not
yeah, you are
mistaken. But
actually
you
getting
are
like
capped on there. Yeah.
a decent amount of like CC hit chance for free, but that's mostly it when it comes to the big things. Everything else doesn't matter at all, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arlo,
Or
you've been
like
extreme. You've been quiet. What are your thoughts on it?
I think it's a positive change for battlegrounds. Minus 2,000 difference on things like hit helps to make sure that you at least have a 33% chance to land a hit on somebody. Same thing for the CC values. I think it will make BGs more enjoyable for those that were getting like hard stack gapped, and I think it brings like battlegrounds a bit more into where they were hoping it to be like more casual friendly, you know, favoring people that might not have like specialized builds or like high hit or etc. To deal with some of the things that you might usually run into. I think it also outside of BGs helps to round out some of the extreme outliers like the Zerkers, and the really high collision chance or collision, or more like on the resistance side classes. I think overall it won't have too much of a impact aside from, I think we talked about it before, like the Seekers using Delunado, um, the really freak like 6k evasion users. It will be interesting now to see if the tanks shift some of their builds to trend to lower collision chance values, because some of it's wasted. Might not affect it really, but it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I sent the
Um,
tables on the chat
one more,
just in case you want to check. Just putting that really quick.
that's good.
What were you
One
gonna
more
say,
thing.
Info?
I think this is like mainly a good thing for new players. To be honest, like
That's what I was
think
gonna
with
say.
it-
Is that it's heavily it's. I feel like this is mitigating the amount of. It's like more of like a gear gap. At least from like my thought process is that they're making it so it's easier or like slightly easier for the newer players to come into PvP and not get ran over by people that have like giga stacked stats already and have the gear for it. So at least the stat caps, I feel like it was more towards the newer slash coming like returning players to like either gear up faster and like be able to PvP with the gear that they have, even though the stats are capped. But I do think it's a little bit more towards the newer player base, at least.
Yep, I think it's a good thing. I
Um,
think it's a good change for that reason. Anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead.
100%. So this is a very like sensitive topic with a lot of people, not just as a whole, but the PvP event times right now, guys. In
Ugh.
any scenario, the way we, at least for NA East right now, we are going to have in this update, it is going to put us in a position where GVG, so Archboss, GVG, Guild versus Guild, are going to be at 11 p.m. every single night. It's going to be constant every single night.
Wait, what?
And
Did they change it?
They
Just something happened?
changed.
they changed. So they made it so GVG, Guild versus Guild, conflict bosses are going to be at 11 p.m. every single night. For the NA East player base, I cannot speak on behalf of the West player base. I know that they do by 7 PTC PST. I don't fucking remember. They get nobody. By 7, they have nobody. So this is my question to you guys. Does PvP balance even matter if players can't consistently participate, even though they're forced to miss certain events, including arch bosses and Nebula will be capped on top of each other every single night now.
Yeah, I
So
think the Nebula thing is it's weird for sure. It's like they want to kill the Nebula content
yeah,
from what it seems like because they're overlapping with each other. I know, like they know for sure, like they're overlapping it.
yeah. So
But
Just
yeah,
That's a problem, though.
Just
Yeah,
it
confirming
is a
this,
problem.
because that was a change that was on the Korean patch notes, but at least when I read it on the normal patch notes, I didn't see the Arc Boss schedule changing. Did you
were they
actually
not?
saw
Last
that?
patch
'Cause
notes I read, they were changing it.
yeah, the Korean patch notes I saw it, but I didn't see it on our patch notes at least. But I imagine it would
Okay.
follow through, but something to keep in mind.
Yeah,
We'll
I mean, yeah,
see.
we'll see it tomorrow once the update comes
Yeah,
out.
we'll see it tomorrow. But no matter what, even though it's like if it doesn't change or does change, there are still timers that overlap Nebula.
Yeah.
So the way I look at it is that it's like they're trying to force players to pick in between either they need to do the peace boss for arch boss or they need to go Nebula. So in my eyes, I've talked to like a bunch of different people, and a lot of different people have told me, why don't they just make it so it's server based times? So West Coast has a server, East Coast has server times, and South servers have South times, or they're probably the same shit. But would that be healthy for the PvP scene of the game?
I mean,
If
you
they
would
were to change,
Sorry, go.
no. If they were to change the times for individual servers,
It will be an interesting idea for sure, but inter-server is gonna be weird.
yeah,
That's the only thing.
Oh, true.
that's the that's the one thing that I would like add on to it is that if inter-server does get played into that, they would have to change something to do with it. But
But
why?
Nebula will also be like anything inter-server. Basically, it's gonna be a little bit weird.
So yeah,
Like let's
Maybe-
say NA West has a earlier arch boss compared to us in
Yeah.
East. No, sorry, a later boss, right? So
Yeah.
they can go to Nebula instead of us getting stuck in Nebula, like arch boss,
yeah,
instead of going to Nebula. You know?
yeah, that makes sense.
I'll be honest, anything that splits, anything that is splitting the player base and adding less PvP, I think is bad right now. Like, we need everyone needs to be confined to specific events at the moment, just because there's not enough players in the game, in my opinion, to like
Correct.
split times and
I
stuff.
mean, if you merge all the servers together, you could have like events all spread through the day, and people would have their own schedules to have to fit that in different like time zones. But
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just I always thought it was bad for the game to have like a bunch of specific schedules just in a time window while having like 200 servers instead of just having a packed server with like content the entire day.
Yeah, yeah.
Arla, if you have any thoughts on it, I know you've been muted for a little bit.
Oh, I don't like Nebula and Arcboss being at the same time because they're like different content and they provide rewards that people want. And they're like different rewards, right? And
Yeah.
so it's awkward having to decide. Okay, cool. Like we want to hit Nebula so that we can get like the brooches or something, right? But then it's like, oh well, we have Cordy drops or Delu drops, and it's awkward making that decision. I'm surprised they didn't use the half hour timings for anything. We've seen them, be comfortable doing that with like inter-server happens at the half hour mark. So it's not like there's not a precedent for it, right? If they had just shifted Nebula, heck, if the Nebula boss had spawned I mean we see it all the time that in Sealed Sanctuary the portal spawns on the hour instead of 5 minutes past. They could have shifted the Nebula pool to spawn 15 minutes after the hour, and it would have gave enough time for people to compete for the Nebula boss. There's simple changes that they can make to make Nebula actually viable to compete for again, which I'm surprised they haven't done yet. But on the topic of having events running at the same time, I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing. Take Arc Boss, for example. I think the game could have been a bit healthier if they had, for example, Tevin and Cordy Arc Bosses spawning at the same time in conflict. This would allow for weaker guilds to kind of decide, okay, do we want to compete for the Cordy or do we want to try go for like the Tevin? And then maybe some guilds will be like, all right, we're gonna send some spinner teams to slow down the Tevin while we like burn down the Cordy because nobody's contesting us. And it adds a bit more like it makes it a bit more dynamic, right? More strategy to it.
They did that in T2, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I remember with
Correct.
Tevin and Queen Bell in
Yeah.
T2.
Being up to
It was
I don't remember.
I think it
There
was
was an
right
event.
before it was right before T3. They added it so they made it so all the art there was four arch bosses, and then Tev
2 piece 2
and Queen
conflict.
would
Yeah.
spawn, and there would be 2 piece 2 conflict.
Mhm.
And they would both
Ooh.
spawn.
Yeah.
And you would have to pick in between one or the other because one of the alliances would burn it, and then the other side would have PvP.
Right, yeah, and I think that makes the game more fun, and even like regular players can if they're on a server dominated by like one mega alliance, they can be, all right, let's go hit one of the bosses where the mega alliance isn't at, get some contribution, and try our best to like I don't know stay as a Templar and survive, right?
Correct.
Makes it more interesting. Spreads out some of the rewards
I
a
mean,
bit, and the bigger guilds have to think a bit more.
there's the same point of the open or open field bosses that we had in the past that we would have like 3 at the same time, right?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, it does happen. I remember because like either some. I remember Cornelius is one of the bosses that people just don't want to go to, and then it's just usually like small guilds that just farm Cornelius over and over and over
But
again.
the heavy argument on that was that like, the top guilds would just hoard everything, even if like you would have more bosses. But I also think it was because there was 4 guilds in an alliance.
Yeah, I
But
mean, like server like Enchanted is definitely like there's no single guild controls at all no more, right?
yeah,
If you have
Correct.
enough competition, there's not really a case where a single guild is going to be controlling a lot anymore, and especially with the super dense server that we got right now, which is total we got 5 for the whole America, right?
yeah, but it's good with the
And
merger.
I think that in itself is pretty hard for a guild or for an alliance to just control it nowadays.
Yeah,
I think.
there's a lot of nostalgia and like romanticizing done with like the old the world bosses. I think the
The world
players who are
bosses.
remaining in the game probably have fond memories. If you're someone who's still playing the game, you obviously weren't like too put off by the game because of the world bosses, but like we're forgetting the hundreds of thousand players who quit the game during that time. That obviously looked at other players getting enriched by the world bosses, knew that there was no chance that they would ever be able to get any drops on there, and decided, you know what, I'm going to move on to a different game that doesn't put me like majorly behind these other guilds that are just monopolizing all the rewards from them. And just really quick though, I also think that like the fact that they spawned at the same time was good. However, the rewards were different. So there might be one world boss that people really wanted. I'm just gonna give an example. Let's say like I don't know, an Alon, right? And then
Cavator and so on.
like Jay who said, like yeah, everybody leaves the Cornelius to last. I think if they wanted to have world bosses at the same time, they could easily just, you know, put all the drops into one loot pool and randomize it. So no matter what boss you went to, then like all the loot is essentially coming from a shared pool, and there's no, you know, inherent advantage. There's no like, oh, we went to the least like wanted boss and now we're just getting junk loot that nobody wants, right? So
It
Correct.
could be like, instead of drops directly, maybe some type of, I don't know, coin, or even like you said, a box, just something that you open and it's like RNG what you get. I don't know. But yeah, I do agree with your point. That would be nice actually. Different bosses with different mechanics, but like not the loot pools, so it doesn't get prioritized every single time, right?
I mean, the boss. So we've already got the currency in the game, right? The what do you call it? Those resistance medals or whatever, right? I mean, the only thing I ever buy from there, if even if I do, is unlock stones. That shop is, I mean, it's pretty bad, right? It's not exactly
Yeah.
great. I mean, they could make it so we get more, add more rewards, add a progression system. There's a lot of things you can do. And going back to the whole idea of like, I know a lot of players like the old world boss system, but also it wasn't perfect. But a lot of the problems came down to also the alliance system. Like when you had like alliances early on, like Ethereum, that would literally just like have like full attendance with like 1 million players and just basically destroy everyone at these world bosses. And like, like the problem was there was too many people like in these alliances, and now with like, you know, less two guilds in an alliance, it should be better. I think realistically, but I still think also the world boss area should have been expanded. There's a lot of things they could have done to make it better. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what they will try to do with the new CIS region, the Eastern Europe region.
Yeah, the Russian.
I don't know if I don't know
servers.
if they're gonna like. I know they're gonna be bringing Spear Patch back, but I don't know
Yeah, it's
like
gonna be
what's
Church 2, I
inside that
think.
Spear Patch. Like, is it gonna be guild
They
portals
have
or is it gonna be
no,
open
they have
world?
the open world bosses. I believe it's the open world bosses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Open
don't
world?
think
They're
it's
just reverting.
confirmed.
They're reverting everything back that was in T2 when Spear was first released. They are reverting it exactly how it was. Exactly.
Ooh, maybe they want to see what the result on that one is gonna be. But
So they're using it. They're using it as like a format to see if like players are enjoying the Russian servers more than the actual servers.
That's what I'm
themselves.
thinking as well.
I
That'd
mean,
be
Yeah,
fun.
I've
Yeah.
it could be right because it happens during KR and global. When KR people don't like something, they will just not release it on global. But now since we catch up to KR, so like we're basically the one who's testing it right now, right?
yeah. Can I just
Yeah.
mention something? Because I don't. You didn't guys didn't play in Korea, right? No, have you
I
guys
did
played in
not.
Korea?
No,
I
I
played
did
in
not.
Keto.
I didn't.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna say this. Tier 2 Talandre. You guys, Global did not experience the world bosses on Tier 2 Talandre because they changed it when Talandre came out. Those the world bosses were horrific. They were terrible to play in KR. I can't tell you how badly designed the maps were
Like
for
Pakilo?
Talandre. Yeah, per kilo. You literally, you guys know the respawn, the teleport stone to the Black Anvil place where you have
Yeah.
to take the river. You had to respawn there every time you died at the world boss. Then you had to go up the stairs and go onto the anvil to fight the boss. And then you had like a full guild alliance that would literally just be camping you at the stairs, so you couldn't get up. Like
Yeah,
I'm telling you, these
imagine.
world bosses were terrible in Korea. So I wonder if they changed this system as well, because Global would have not enjoyed the world bosses
Yeah.
in Tier 2 Talandre.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine like the Churchill world bosses.
I mean, yeah,
No, they're
tier 2 world
bad.
bosses
They're
are
so
just
bad.
annoying in general, right? Guild Portal, when you got Daigon, like it's just
Daigo,
not
everyone
dying,
the-
you're not
debuffed.
dominating.
It's the DR.
The
It was the
debuffs, like-
DR. Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of adjust that though. Like that is like an easy solve to like a lot of the bosses, right? Either you just nerf the DR on like guild portals or like anything. Like it's not like it's unsolvable. But a lot of
Yeah.
the maps are definitely like
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
map design is always rough. One that I personally don't like, and I don't know if we should go into topics, but like Cardi, I don't love Cardi design, for
Oh,
example.
well,
Jesus.
I don't want to talk about it, but I've
Yeah,
got
gonna-
yeah,
PTSD,
don't
dude.
say
We're
so.
gonna we can
I've got PTSD,
we
bro.
can we can go into depth with all the map layouts and how they are just like in a way. There's a lot of them that are bad. There's a lot of them that are like the FPS on them just because of the boss itself, because it's instance based like the Lulu. We could go around the table all night and still talk about how bad they are. But at the same time, I can also understand that the world bosses or arch bosses can be frustrating just because if the opposing alliance has a better Zerg than you or has more people online than you, because at the end of the day, ZVZ is a numbers game. If you have double the numbers, you can win. But besides that topic, when it comes to the new item that's coming out, I want to. This is something that I want to like actually go into depth with. The brute or the brooch or the brooch. I don't know how to say that shit. That shit is the dumbest shit ever. So far, in any of them, does it look like it's more meant for PvE than it is for PvE? And when I say that, so does it feel like real build depth or just another optimization layer for the actual item itself in your
But,
guys'
hold up, hold
It's
up. So I
another
got a
gap,
question.
right? Like it's just another gap on stats. Sorry,
It-
go Evo.
Yeah, no, like, does it do, okay, sorry, I've not looked that hard to the brooch recently. Is it literally just like stats, right? There's no special
It's
effects, right?
Stats. It's
It's-
literally just stats. It's just
Bro.
that. No runes.
It's
No, like it's just stats.
It's a
That's
two-liner
dog shit.
item that is like 1.1% damage. That's it, the first line in every brooch. And the second line is like 200 of something, like 200 endurance, 200 crit,
Oh,
200
right.
heavy, 200 heavy evasion. That's it. There's no like, oh my god, I'm gonna make this super build. It's just a
Hold up,
stat
hold up,
gap
hold up,
by
hold
an
up.
item.
Are y'all excited for this brooch? I'll be honest, I hear that instantly and I'm like, bruh, like, what is this garbage? Like, I'm gonna be
I
honest
feel-
here. Like,
I'm gonna speak on behalf when it comes to the brooch item. It's a cool concept. Don't get me wrong. It's a cool concept. It's a new piece of gear. At the end of the day, it's not good enough for us to be, oh my god, wow, I absolutely need this in my build. It is, from what I've seen from all the brooches, all of the PvP ones have a 1.1
% damage,
Plus-
yeah.
in damage on all the PvP ones, on all of
Yeah.
them, and they just have stats. So
But-
No. Hold on. It gives you skill damage boost.
that's true. That's
Oh,
true.
so-
It has the traits that does add some
excited.
depth. But
oh.
my biggest issue with them, it's like
Is it
they're
more-
just a stat gap, similar to like heroic traits in a way. Like if you don't have, for example, 40k to spend on 160 evasion on a ring, you know, like it's just stat gap that I
I
don't
think
love
it's just
it.
it's just a stat that if you want to be more class DPS, you build more glass. If you want to be defensive, you build more
yeah, but if you
evasion.
don't have it, you're on a big
Yeah.
disadvantage. Like when it comes
Yeah.
to numbers on the end of
I'm
the
gonna be
game.
honest, guys. I think the brooch, what would have been really cool is they add like a special effect to one of your new
Yeah,
abilities.
that's what I
kinda similar to
expected,
what
like
Arch
curse
does.
bombing.
Like something like that, like something interesting to change up the game, bro. This doesn't change up the game at all. But nothing changes. It's just more gear to get on our, like it's lazy in my opinion.
So
Very lazy.
that
but-
so that
So-
answers my question exactly. It's just another layer of optimization.
I wanna put,
it's
like,
just increasing stats.
a positive take on it because I don't think the push was planned for like nicks or anything, but I do think they're adding so they can add like more items on the pool for like nicks or 4. Of course, it's like oh more pitching whatever, right? But it is like another piece of gear that should be on like if we get nicks, right? that should
I
have
mean,
like
technically,
more like depth, you know, in builds and stuff like that. If it's not boring as those ones that we're getting right now, of course.
like technically, if you think about it, it's just the same thing as earrings. Earrings give you some of them gives you evasion, some of them gives you
Yeah,
hit.
but that's some
Stuff
depth,
like
right?
that.
Like on build and like changing things and making different builds, right?
Right.
So-
But when it first came out, earrings, it
Yeah,
was
they
just a
were.
nothing burger. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
for
just
I
sure.
mean,
nothing.
Now we have like
earrings are
heavy,
still the
like
biggest-
magic attack and stuff like that. Sorry, Ingo.
Sorry,
My bad.
sorry.
No,
The
go.
earrings are the biggest disappointment. They hyped up the earrings like crazy, and then I see it's just front and side here, and it did nothing for us. Basically, it
Yeah.
did nothing for the game
Oh,
besides.
I hate directional. I
Hey,
hate
it gives
directional.
it gives
Oh my
thanks
god.
buff. It
Okay.
gives thanks buff because back attack is still
Why did we get
screwed up.
directional stats? Why
So-
did we get directional, bro?
I know that out of all these pieces of gear, and this is just a question for all of you. Arla, I don't know if you wanted to put in an opinion on the brooch before I keep on going. I'm so sorry, I completely forgot.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that I think it's just the opportunity to get some more loosen out of us.
Oh, true, true. Actually,
They're just trying to
that is
whip
the
us
good
into
point. That's a
buying
good
more
point.
lucent. That's true. That's true.
Good point. Good
Um,
point. Good point.
So, do you guys think that this was rushed, or do you guys think that this item was planned? So,
Rushed.
what I mean by that is, do you guys think that they rushed it because they haven't given us content in months, and they instead gave us the brooch? So, just to be clear, would you rather wait more for better content and for them to invest more money into the new content, or would you rather get what they're giving us now? This is just personal opinions from all of you.
I would have the do just buff the Path of Ascension.
That's true. That's valid as fuck.
I mean, it's nice to have something to chase right now, but it also feels terrible because we know we're gonna get Nyx or the game is gonna die, that's the truth. So,
Correct.
like,
Yes.
getting a piece of gear right now that's probably gonna be like Arc Boss exclusive / expensive, just to know that Nyx gonna drop and probably is gonna have like 3 or 4 brutes and you're gonna be like, fuck. You
Fuck.
know? Like,
I spent
fuck.
I just spent $900 on this brew and this brooch, and it sucked now.
But
So, yeah.
is it
Info
planned? I don't know.
Yeah,
Info, what were you
especially
gonna say?
as we know, skill damage boost rates is always gonna be expensive. In this game, skill damage boost has always been like one of the most expensive like stats that people are willing to pay for. Anything things like crit damage, skill damage boost, it's always like one of the stat that people are just gonna like what do you call that? They're just like gonna be hungry for it, right? Skill damage boost ring, skill damage boost necklace. Ever since T1, it's always gonna be the most expensive trait out of all the traits. So it's probably one of the ways that they will just squeeze loosen out of us.
Sure. Which makes
Yeah.
sense because they need all the money they can get for Nyx, which we still have not gotten an update on.
My question
No
is
information.
my question is they're buffing. Okay, technically they're buffing more damage, so they're technically increasing the TTK by doing this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because more it's like brooch in general doesn't give you defense. Like it does give you defensive,
You get
but
a
not
Mitoy
really because it
healing.
cancels out with the other like the
With
offensive
the other
brooch,
brooches.
right?
The
Yeah.
way that everybody is looking at it is that no matter what, if you don't have a brooch, you're fucked. If you
Yeah,
if you're going against a guy that has the evasion brooch and a guy that has the hit chance brooch, no matter what, it's canceling themselves out. It doesn't matter. It's the same, down to the last digital spec. It is the same amount of stats on each. I'm pretty sure the hit chance brooch gives you 224 hit chance or PvP hit chance, and the evasion one gives you 224.
It's
So
just
no
a
matter
stat
what,
check.
They give
Yeah.
the same
it's
exact one.
Yeah.
it's literally just a stat stick to force people to equip the item, or else they are gapped. So in that scenario, at least from how I look at it, I would rather them just invest more time into Nyx and then getting us an update on when that's happening instead of working on items that don't mean anything in the long run, at least of the game. Because I feel, what were you gonna say, Vol?
Like you can. I'll tell us after.
No. Go ahead. You're perfect. Fine.
So I just really like the more and more I think about it and more we discuss about it, to be honest. I didn't really put too much thought into the brooch and I didn't really look into it that hard. But honestly, I think it's garbage. I think it's dog shit. I don't think we need that in the game, the brooch, I'll be honest. I don't think I think overall it's not a good thing. Like I don't know. It's just we don't need more stats in this game as well, by the way. like we already have a ridiculous amount of. I know they're trying to do these caps and stuff, but it doesn't change anything besides
Yeah.
BGs. And like, we don't need this. We don't need. But again, I agree with you guys. They're just trying to make money at this point. And also,
Yeah.
all these brooches are only dropping from Archboss and Nebula, aren't they? Or some more shit. Like,
They're the
what
PvE ones, but yeah.
Those are the
PvP one
Wait,
is gonna
where's
be
the
the
PvP
one.
dropping ones?
The PvP one
PvP
is
is
the one
from
that
like Arc bosses, the bull chests
Yeah.
and stuff like that, but yeah.
cool chest. I
they
think,
made they boycotted the best ones at Nebula and Arch. That is what I will say.
Mhm.
Oh
Basically.
no, boy.
And guess
I
what?
was
The
gonna
PV.
s-
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say something really quick. It's not fully like a one-to-one cancel out because the fact that all of them have the PvP damage, even
True.
the defensive ones, you don't have PvP damage reduction.
Yeah,
So the time to kill trends, even
Higher.
faster, right?
Yeah.
All things considered, and then in the like when you're looking at it, like you step back and look at it. Oh, okay, maybe the stats are all equal, and we're just getting like some filler content until Nyx. It actually is hurting the game because from the new player standpoint, now there's more piece of gear in which you have to invest unlock stones in to catch up
Correct.
now. If it had not existed, then the barrier to entry for a new player or returning player to come back to the game is slightly lower. The heroics already take up so much of it, and now we're adding new pieces of gear for them to trade out and
Yeah.
acquire. It's really hard.
And there is a little bit more there on the time to kill there as well, on the resonance traits for the earring, oh not the earrings, or the brooch. You can get crit damage, right? And like you have like shield and like healing and percents like that. And the guy that's gonna be playing like the defensive healer arc or whatever, he's gonna pick those, right? So he's not gonna be picking like crit damage reduction, for example. So he's gonna actually take more damage, even though he's gonna be healing more, shooting more. He's gonna also be
Huh?
taking more burst damage again. So there's
My
also
question
that
is,
too.
like they're adding this brooch, like 80 skill damage boost doesn't seem much, but it's if you do the math, it's kind of a lot for
It
80
is
skill
a
damage
lot.
boost.
It
Yeah,
is a
it's a
lot.
lot.
And
Yeah.
then they're basically buffing our damage for like all the PvE that people are gonna be doing. We're just skipping max on everything now. If they're talking about like
Yeah.
the nightmare thing and everything, like every single co-op dungeon, tier 10, tier 9 runs, if they don't adjust the HP or anything like that, we're just bursting through it. No max again. It's gonna happen. PvE, the
I
PvE
don't know
side is
if
gonna be.
it's that much of an increase because it's like 240, right? But is it what 240? I think it's 40.
It is
But
80
like
skill damage boost plus.
yeah, but the diminished returns like
Yeah.
is already gonna be pretty high by that point.
No, but if you can drop skill damage boost and put like let's say
Yeah,
stat
fair.
point instead,
Uh-huh. I
base
see the point.
damage, right? There's a lot, but
We
yeah,
can.
But yeah, regardless, it is power creep, right? Like
it is
the,
power creep.
it is
Yeah,
power
Yeah,
creep. Regardless,
exactly.
it is a power creep.
So going back to what Arlight said, actually, Arlight has a huge point. No matter how we look at it, the brooch is hurting the game, so it's making it so newer players need to get even more gear to trade out, to use unlock stones, to just gain more items than they already don't have. Moving into a different segment, this is a system where players are forced to get the gear. If they don't have the gear, they get gear gapped. So when I will be talking about this, guys, this is open form. Heroic trade systems and cost efficiency. This is going to be, I think it's a decent talk. I think, at least in my opinion, this is the most important topic out of like the bunch, because I did from what I've done in the math, the amount of resources that it requires you to gain to fully trait a heroic SNS, or any heroic to be in fact, and to level it. It costs 291 chaos prisms, the leveling prisms, for the average to get it. The average. And for the maximum amount to get, it's 377. That is the maximum that you can invest to max it out.
To level up your heroics to 12, right? I'm just confirming.
To 12, correct. To level up to 12.
One, right?
And yeah.
one of them, yeah.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah.
So another thing, 800 unlock stones and 30 entropy shards to switch one singular heroic trait on your weapons or your armor. So
The
that's just for
stats as
one.
well.
Bro is stressing out because he need to build an
Okay.
SNS hit now.
This
Hold
is
on, hold on.
hurting me. This is okay. Wait, hold on, guys. So this is my question to you. Like, this is my question to all three of you. Why is it harder to optimize gear than it is to actually obtain it and level it?
I don't know, they
Well-
want us to play the game and like spend a lot of
Okay,
time
so-
grinding, I guess.
Okay, this is the thing, right? So I just worked out the quick math on it, right? So let's say you have 3 different heroic pieces, and you have to, let's say you have 1 good trait on each, right? Let's say 1 good trait, because that's probably on average. Usually you
That's
start
an
rolling
average,
traits.
yeah,
on
There's
one.
also
that's
the
average,
status
yeah.
on it.
It's 4,800 unlock stones to fix that, by the way. And that's just the traits, by the way. 4,800 unlock stones. How long does that take? Like, I don't
Dude,
even like.
the average amount of unlock stones that you can, like, if you max out your dimensional trials, like the gold ones, I'm pretty sure you get 4 fortitude tokens per each, and it's 1,800 to claim it. Dude, you're making minimum maybe 700 unlock stones every time you complete all 11. Like all the tokens, like all of them, all the gold tokens. You're making minimum, maybe less. That's just like the math that I just, like, that's just math in my head right now. I'm not like fully going into it, but it's set like around 700 or 600 unlock stones. That's waiting exactly 7 days to max out your dimensional tokens. So in this case, it is harder to eat. It's even harder to obtain the item than it is to level it, because you need to spend 100 entropy shards to buy it. That makes sense, because that is like that, like in like buying the item from the vendor for 100 entropy shards makes sense, because it's like it's RNG. No matter what, it's RNG. That's fine. But the amount of unlock stones that it costs to level up a single trait is absolutely abysmal. And this is one thing that I'll add on that, is that I think the way they look at it is based off of how the Korean servers are right now. The Korean servers get so many unlock stones in their battle pass that I don't even think they realize how many unlock stones we don't even have. So
Interesting.
in the
I mean,
case
they're trying to release the heroic battle pass a lot of the times, right?
they,
But I
but
think
in the last 2 months that they've released the
We got
heroic,
twice, right?
it's been twice in 4 months. I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
Twice.
You
I
know,
think
it's not enough unlock stones. Sorry, I cut it off. It's not enough unlock stones in those heroic
Even
battle
on
pass
their
as
right,
well. It's like
yeah.
1,000 or some shit, isn't it?
yeah.
Like, what?
It's kind
I
of
mean-
crazy, yeah.
I think
So
as long as for like new players, if they give like, I don't know, I guess like if you finish Path of Ascension and you get like 2k unlock stone, 3k unlock stone of the bat, and like let's say plus 12 on every single heroic gear, 1 weapon, 1 armor, and 1 accessories, I think it will be fine. I think making the veteran grind is okay at this point, but making the new players barrier of entry being like a 3 months barrier of entry is kind of nuts.
that
It's
is
more
what's
than 3
stopping.
months.
That is what's stopping new player growth from coming into the guild. That is
Like,
one of the major issues why new player. I can't count on my hand how many players have came into my chat and asked me, "Is the game worth getting into?" And when I answer them,
Yeah.
I tell them every single time, yes, it's worth getting into, but the only thing that you're going to have a hard time with is the heroic trade system. The way the amount of resources it devours.
I think
It's
in
like-
this day, in this day and age, in my opinion, like 2 weeks, you should grind. You should be able to grind like basically kind of no life. I mean, like no life. I mean, like 8 hours a day, grinding the game for 2 weeks. You should have all of your like heroic max by that point, because you still have
agree.
archboss to grind for. You still have like a biz item to grind for and all that, right? It's not like
Correct.
the journeys end, but one of the heroics need to end at least like maximum 2 weeks. Like it's already a lot of like 2 weeks is already a lot of hours.
It's just like no matter how they need to at least from what I think, in my opinion, is that they need to make it. I don't think it's a lack of like we can't get the items. It's the lack of we can't get the resources, bro.
I
Yeah,
think
they're time gated.
There's not enough. No, but even if it's time gated, there's not enough ways to get trade unlock stones unless you're converting fortitude tokens, which, by the way, they are reducing the amount of unlock stones we are getting with this upcoming update. Just so
yeah,
everybody
that
understands.
is crazy. Actually, that
They are
part is like
they are removing
crazy.
the crafting for loyalty tokens. The loyalty tokens that we are crafting from the purple dungeons, the T1 dungeons, gave us more. When you did randoms, you had the chance to get more, like a random box, and 4 loyalty tokens instead of 2 fortitude tokens. They are literally removing more resources to make it even longer for us. So, at least for me, this is not, I don't even care. Make it harder for me to get it, but we need a way to make it so it's easier for newer players, newer accounts made to get those resources. Because it's not about the PvP. Fuck everything about like everybody that's already geared that's doing like a second build, don't do it. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, to everybody that's going into their second build, you guys already have a main build. I understand that you guys want to make another build, but this is more for the new players. The new players are getting fried in the process. Like fried.
Yeah.
And like that's a big issue when you're trying to bring in new players into the guild, or not guild, sorry. When you're bringing new players into the game, they want to have a minimum amount of like pleasure playing the game. They don't want to make it feel like it's a job. It's already a job when you're in a guild, when you're CTAing stuff, obviously, which is normal because your guild wants to be competitive and do arch bosses, etc. But newer players don't want to be on CTAs, bro. Like realistically, they don't. They just want to enjoy the game at the start and then see how it goes from there. But
Yeah.
I don't know
Problem
how
is
you
that
guys
they
feel about
made
it.
like heroics a super item, right? Heroics actually got released, if I'm not mistaken, please correct me here, by the end of tier 2, right? We got it.
Correct.
So like
Yeah.
we got, which was mega weird that we got heroics like on the end of tier 2. Then tier 3 released and heroics were better than tier 3. And on top of that, you can adapt basically anything that you need from tier 1 on our bosses, tier 2, and tier 3 into that weapon already, right? So you didn't really need to like optimize a bunch of different builds, let's say like that, right? You didn't have like to work with the status of a specific weapon already, or like lower stats from older tiers, right? And on top of that is like a weapon that carries on like into, let's say, if we're gonna get tier 4, is it still gonna be like this top of everything, you know, like this weapon that does everything? Because I always thought this like heroic kind of kill a lot of build creativity, let's say like that, right? And the other
Yeah.
problem that came with that, it locked you on that build. So like, oh, I want to do something else. You're gonna spend resources changing everything. Oh, I want to go back. You cannot go back, right? It's over.
Yeah, they're for this
So
ass.
like it killed a lot of like swaps, a lot of creativity on builds. It's not just
Over-
about like new players. It's also about like it killed how the game worked, right? Like on tier 1 and tier 2, you could have like so many different builds. You could like progress so many different swaps, and it's just like, I don't know. It made a long run, so you can have like this thing that works for not everything, right? But like works for like all types of different weapon cores. Like it is better than everything else that it can get on status, right? But at the same
Yeah,
time,
mastery was like 20 out of 20.
it's just
Invol,
Good old
my fault.
days.
My fault.
You gotta
guys. What-
remember-
Invol, what were you gonna say?
You got to remember that they also add the sync system for that reason. So people to have, Tika even said it, for creativity basically in builds and people to have different builds because that's the fun and for liberty. I don't know what he said exactly, but something around those lines, right? And then they go to the heroic system and it literally goes the opposite way of what the sync system did in tier 2. So I absolutely agree with what Lucky's saying. But also, I just wanted to say one more point. I have insider information. They're adding mythical weapons in tier 4, and you're going to replace your heroic weapons, and it's double the trait unlock stones for each slot. Anyway, keep going.
easy.
Fucking over. Yeah, no, guys, I actually have to get off. Jeez.
Mythical weapons,
I'm quitting, guys.
bro.
I'm quitting, bro.
And now
If
you
they do
can
that, I
buy
quit the
with
game, by the way.
Lucent unlocks.
I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, Arlite. I don't know if you
Alright,
have
yeah,
something you wanted
anything.
to add in.
Dude.
Oh no, I completely agree. Like the amount of resources it takes for heroics and the fact that like the drop of a like a meta change, guild swaps, or these mergers, and you need like more hit or you need like more heavy. That's it. It invalidates everything that you worked for, and you have to
Yeah.
switch it, or you have to make a duplicate of the item and
Yep.
like pay tons
Two-
of money, right?
2 GSs
Yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
I have 2 rings, one with hit, one without hit. Like just because like you know one requires the crit heavy, the other one requires the hit. Like okay, fucking
Yeah, it's getting
ridiculous.
it's getting
If
ridiculous for
we
sure.
could sync the traits, maybe like everything would be
I
like
think what
fine.
the-
But like
I mean,
retrading heroics is like, bro.
it is annoying. It is
Like,
expensive.
Wait. You guys are forgetting
bro.
one thing. You guys are forgetting one thing we didn't talk about. The heroic trait line at the bottom of your weapons. Don't forget that thing.
fucking
50,000 lucent to make
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like retraining that is like, and you cannot even transfer. I had my one from Darkblight fully maxed out. Like by the end of tier 2, it was horrible in
That's
tier
sad.
3. I couldn't do anything with it. It was like
That's
made
sad.
for
Yeah.
PvP for
Sad.
DPS. Like it was there.
Yeah, I mean, we all can agree with the unlock zone being like, I mean, the state of heroic. I hope they rework it in a sort of future, but let's try to move on to another topic
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we've been
I
stuck
just-
in this topic
Do
for
you
a
want to say
bit.
one more
We've been
thing?
stuck on it
Sorry.
for a little
Just
bit,
to
yeah.
just to end off real quick, sorry. I did talk about in the roundtable, of course. When I was about the roundtable, I really trying to get it across. So I don't know if they listened, but we'll see. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So
Alright. You just want to talk about the? I don't know if this is in your table or not, Rootless.
let me
The
know.
heel cuts, the heel cuts and the shield cuts,
Oh,
because
I'll
this
let you take-
happened in the previous patch, the one that just
Yeah.
came out, right?
yeah.
What do you guys think about the counter to the shield cut, the heel cut? I mean, Lucky's a healer, so
Lucky's a healer, so he can speak more on that. I'm
Healers
not gonna
hate
lie.
me, so I don't know if I should say much to be honest, but I
yeah,
do
healers are
think
gonna die if you speak, Brandon.
no, but like it was the way the game was operating. It has always been horrible for casual players. That's the truth, but it was so much worse with shields because if you get any casual player or like semi-competitive player even ask about shields, it's like the worst thing in the world. You know, like it's like a nightmare. And it was like solved on higher tiers, right? Like there were like people already using properly shield cuts, properly CCing, like prioritizing targeting, right? But it was needed for like the other players to actually kind of be able to play the game, to be honest. But at the same time, they just introduced like everything. Like we gave, honestly, we gave the on the round table a few suggestions, like oh maybe increase the CC of the debuff, you know, maybe work around the check, maybe you know, maybe reduce some of the duration, increase the cooldown so it doesn't get like a spammed. They just grabbed everything and like put it at once, and then like it was so abrupt. Like okay, it is very strong. Everyone needs to like. Everyone is kind of suffering to keep their DPS alive, which I honestly, it's like I think it has some good sides to it, but overall, if you're a healer, at least in like most guilds, I think it's way too frustrating to play it right now because you cannot basically save players, to be honest, like versus competitive players. If the guy gets heal cut, if the guy gets shield cut, he's gonna explode. Like you can have a really good seeker trying to save the guy with cleanses, but the majority of the time he's just gonna like get he re-debuffed, right, and he's gonna explode. So I don't know, like it's just too much that was added like at once. Too many things. That's my opinion, at least.
this is what happened when people are saying like nerf Oracle, nerf Oracle.
I
look.
have an opinion.
Yeah, go on.
Get fucked, Oracles. El Bozo in the chat for Oracles. That's my
Bro's holding a GS and bro said El Bozo.
Whoa.
You watch it, watch it.
What's my turn? Hello, hello, test 1, 2, 3. Did my internet explode? Oh, God. Okay. Discord, what's going on? My internet's online, but I don't have a room for some reason. Brazilian problems, I guess. Oh boy. What is happening? A sec. I don't know what's going on. Hello, hello. Yeah, this one works. I have no clue what's happening. I'm sorry, people. I'm having Discord problems for some reason. Not sure what's happening. Oh, oh.
There you
Hello,
go.
hello.
Yeah,
Better?
yeah. I don't know why this one works and that one doesn't work. I'm sorry.
It just
It's
hates
no
you.
just connected
problem.
to. It's okay. It's
Don't worry
connected
about
to
it.
your
It's
server
perfectly
now.
fine. It's
So.
fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, no, I completely agree. Um, with honestly, with how I feel like shields were like giggly, like when double Oracle was fucking disgustingly broken before the nerfs, like I feel like they were extremely oppressive. But where they were then and now, I feel like there's a major difference on how the shield cuts are affecting them at the moment. At least for the comp, I know that Invulnerable already stated like he thinks that the comp is the best. Honestly, I can also vouch for that. I think the only thing that could honestly be a little bit adjusted is the amount of spinners, bro. And
Spinners,
that's
spinners, yes, please.
Yeah.
Change it, change it.
We're back
Kill
to
that
square
class, kill the
one,
class.
baby.
Choo
We're
choo.
back
Okay,
to square
okay.
one. Spinners, quarter
So-
spins, and spears.
um, okay, but honestly, on the topic of spears, Gio, this is something that I had a few conversations with people with. Is that this situation has been going on for about like 3 weeks now for the wind shear with no clear confirmation if it's a bug or intended. From what I understand, I don't
It's
think it's a
intended.
bug. It's intended,
intended.
but
It's
I'm pretty
intended.
sure it's overtuned. So
It is. Yeah.
in
I
in
do
a
agree.
way, in a way, it is overtuned because of the amount of stats that we have in T3 since it was a T2 item at the time. So I know that a few people are like, "Oh, it's a bug. Oh, it's not. It is. It's not," etc. When it comes to the item, for any reason, I don't even give a fuck about it. But in this issue, at this point, is the issue the weapon or the lack of communication that the devs are giving us to tell us if it's a bug or not?
Everything? Both?
If
I
it's
mean, it's
both,
Everything, everything.
okay.
Jesus.
I will probably say this as the spear guy.
Yeah.
Like I knew that this spear was doing its thing long before people know it. It
Yeah.
was like when I tested, I was like, okay, this is a little bit ridiculous. 'Cause it works with a certain passive from Spear that pretty much just shreds DPS if they get below 30% HP. If you get below 30% HP and you're getting spin on with this spear, no matter how much damage that your main hand spear is doing, you can even use a T2 wind shear and even still do a lot of damage because the way the one of the passive works, which is Mortal Rats, synergizes really well with this Spiral Slash.
Correct.
Oh, I think I might hold on.
I think currently there are a few weapons that comes to my mind when we're talking about competitive. Not talking about the weapon itself, right? But like we have the spin spear, we have the Quarty spin. Then we
Yeah.
Spin to
have
win.
Oh.
Spin to win. Spin to win.
Hello.
Spin to win.
then we have like Abyss Orb, right? Or those are the three that I see more often like being complained.
Correct.
And then I would say maybe when it comes to the SNS is gonna be like maybe the Luzno and Bulwark, but mostly Bulwark, I imagine.
So my sorry.
No, go.
My opinion is the reason why, like, I know some people hate certain things, but the only thing I hate in this meta is probably, like you said, the spinners. I really hate quality spinners. It makes me depressed. The reason why I don't mind this meta is because a lot of classes have some sort of extremely OP tool to make them a very top tier, like, class in the
Mhm.
meta right now. Like, and I feel like the game is reliant on your army as a whole is like a lot more than anything now. Like before, I remember with like the double, like the when oracles were honestly just busted as shit. You could like, it's like you can have specific characters in your army that you just shield the shit out of them. You can't kill them because they're so shielded, and they just one shot you with like orbs or something. Or like there's less of that. You can actually put like, for example, when we first like cursed when Arte and all that were in there, and Gun Wallet, like after the patch, at least with Gomdol, like they were always top 10 DPS because they always had these oracles, and you just even if you focus them, you couldn't stop them from like killing people. And now you can actually focus them down and kill them and stuff. I don't know. I personally, at least from my POV of these like war games I've been having, it's been very fun. But I also think that like Glad has the spin, Oracle has the Abyss Orb. Like you said, Bulwark exists for SNS. There's like a lot of different OP tools on different classes that made a lot of classes viable. I mean, you even have spell blades, right? Spell blades are popping off. Like there's so many different classes that are absolutely popping off right now, in my opinion, compared to in the past. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yes.
Windshear is strong, but it's not like it's gonna it's definitely making
It-
Spear
It's
basically back to like T1.
It was pre T. It was pre T
It
one.
was like it
end
was
of
like
T1.
T1.
Exactly.
Yeah, how oppressive it is, but at the same time,
Yeah.
Abyss Orb is also like super oppressive. But the only issue with I think the Spear right now that's a little bit overtuned is how survivable the Spear classes are.
Exactly.
But that's about it. Like
You
the
reckon?
orb, the Abyss Orb required like if you're getting focused when you're running the Abyss Orb, you're pretty much are dead. You can't even like play, right?
You play pure glass. If a guy breathes on you, you die. Our like could
Yeah.
attest to this. He plays the class.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It requires
rough.
you a lot of like I would say healers and enablers in order to for your Abyss Orb to be played.
Coordination.
Yeah, but for like I would say the spin, you can like for Glad spin at least, you
What
can
You
run
can
can-
the
definitely
Glad
tank a few
DPS.
Since we're focused on the
Yeah.
spear, the only thing that bothers me is that almost all of those tools have downtime and have like
The downtime
specific
is
coordination positions,
yeah.
right? Compared to the spear that you actually are like have mobility, don't have
Perma-spinning.
downtime, so you're just jumping around. We. And the thing that I was wondering, what do you think of the range? Because range is something that is mega strong, right, in the game. And like all those weapons don't really have like usually that much benefit from range. It doesn't increase their like skill AoE, right? But the spear is one of the only ones on those lists, this list that we talked, that actually the more range you have, like the absurdly bigger the AoE gets, right?
Glad spins if you build into ranged. Like you know how crazy Steel Heart's
It's
range are, right?
gigantic. It's
I can
Yeah. Yeah,
20.
it's the same thing with Gladiator. If you build into range, you can make one of your spins super big, and you can even kind of like cast your spears across the map, even though your target is not within your proximity.
the
So that's
animation is
one of
very
the things that
buggy.
makes it like busted, basically. But again, you're also sacking like your damage and all that. while you're doing it. I think the spear in general, like, yeah, it is OP definitely. I mean, does it need a nerf? Yeah, but so is the Abyss Orb if you think about it, right?
I
Like,
can comment on that a little bit. I don't think the spear needs to get a nerf. I think the spear just needs to like, how can I explain this? It needs to be told to everybody. They need to, like, at least at least for my question from you guys was, at what cost does it take to put out a single message on Twitter or Reddit to say that it's
Oh,
a
we
problem?
lost.
Or
Oh, he's back.
he's good.
Yeah, I know. Good to see.
Okay.
But
But the lack of communication that they're giving to the player base, even though people are saying that it's a bug and people are saying it's not a bug, it's not a bug, guys. Just so everybody's clear, so in everybody's streams, it's not a bug. It is overtuned. The fact that it was a T2 weapon that released, but with the amount of stats that we have now, the amount of buffs that we have now, makes it so it is oppressive. That is what the problem is. But in that case, what is worse, again, guys, the fact that is it the weapon that's the issue, or is it the lack of communication that they haven't given the player base as a whole, even though they haven't said anything about it, even though it's literally been I looked into it, it's the number one the number one thing that's conversated most on Reddit besides fucking Nebula. Besides Nebula. Thinks you're at the
I
at the
think
moment. Yeah. What were you saying, Vol?
All right, I think they're separate. I think both are valid points and both separate topics, in my opinion. I think like the communication could be talked
go
about with
for it.
everything.
Yeah.
Great.
yeah, it's not just win
Balance.
share.
That's valid. True.
I mean, the layoffs clearly affected as well the support communication
The support
with like
communication.
not even just directly as content creators, right? But as community like support. If you go into their Discord before, they had a bunch of active supports, right? And we don't have anymore
That
that
is,
many, so
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I honestly just, the wind shear doesn't need to get nerfed. I think it just needs to be looked into. It's just overtuned. It's just the fact that the amount of stats that we have now compared to what we had in T2 is the problem. And the weapon wasn't supposed to be used unless it was in a heroic, because like even without a heroic, you can still do it. Like even without a heroic, just because of the amount of stats that you have.
the thing
Um,
Yeah.
about it is just the downtime. Like compared to everything else, everything has downtime. So you have time to breathe, you have time to like regroup, you have time to reshoot, like you have
Isn't
the gap, right?
Yeah, but I know that Gio can say something about this. For the cooldown of the actual ability, the last time I tested it on a random build that I made just to fuck around in the Harbor Arena, the cooldown for it is 3 seconds. Is the cooldown even faster for you? Do you?
It is
But
around
it's
3 seconds. The diminishing return gets a little bit too much once you want to try to build it.
Yeah.
But it is around 3 seconds. Even then, the
Okay.
3 second downtime is kind of nothing. Not because
It's
you
nothing.
basically
Yeah, no matter what.
spin. You basically spin. You got 3 second downtime. You throw your javelin inferno and you spin again.
That
And
makes sense.
then
So
you have a GS spin. You spin.
I
And
was
then
gonna
you
say
have
What were
Corey
you
the
saying,
spin.
first
You spin.
the first cooldown's 3 seconds, but the subsequent ones afterwards, once you get the the stacks going, end up being like no downtime in between.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
so
Once
long
you
as you
run
can
that
keep
skill
the
specs.
yeah
So-
and
would it be the downtime? Would the downtime be the problem, or is it the damage output that is the problem?
To me,
In
the
your guys'
downtime is the
in your
biggest
guys'
one.
the tie
in your
together,
guys'
right?
eyes, and your yeah.
Well, I mean, if you have uptime, then that means more damage as well. But also, like, I think the core issue is they released a T3 spear that does the same thing but worse, right? Which makes no sense,
Yeah.
right? Which
That's
is
that's the
spear,
only
which,
one. Yeah.
which is a big
Correct.
question mark, right? Like, why does a spear that is supposed to have the same function capped at like what, like three, like 2
Yeah.
recasts? Yeah. But then Abyss Spear is like infinite, right? When it doesn't
Yeah.
state that that's the case, right? It reads as if it's supposed to be 1 recast, and then the T3 version is supposed to be 3 recasts, and that's what it should be. So it's a little inconsistent, a little weird. And then on top of that, like the damage that so the way I see wind shear, and from my own picking up that is, which was interesting to me, is that
the damage changes a lot between the first cast of it, the first rotation, and like the subsequent like second, third, fourth rotations of Spiral Slash, because you get all the ramping buffs and everything going. It starts to hit really, really hard. So the damage is really high. I've seen some really nuts
It's
fucking damage.
synergized a lot with masteries. It's synergized a lot with Dragon Ascent. It's synergized a lot with Falling Flower and all that. Like it's just doing a lot of damage once you start spinning. I don't even have an optimal build, and
It's
It's-
still
the
there.
damage
Yeah,
is
it's still there. Yeah. Which
I mean,
makes
you can
sense.
still get single target damage, right? Like that's the other thing, because you're a Glad, right? Like depending on your
Mhm.
skill bar, obviously if you go full AoE and you take like the frost spin and the frost cleaving, things like that, then not so much. But there's nothing like against it. I mean, you've seen a lot of the gladiators take single target abilities on their bar, whether it's like the cruel smite and other stuff, and they can very much still like find a key target, stun them, use like Morokai Greatsword, Temper Strike, and all the other the stunning abilities, and just nuke somebody immediately, right? If they wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I think it's just like one of the like broken. It's broken because like a lot of the DPS right now, the super squishy one at least, is not getting enabled, right? It's
Correct.
basically we're back to daggers. Staff daggers better than staff orbs, as we're currently seeing. I mean, staff orb has its moments, but it requires such a specific setup, and staff dagger can just do its kind of job a lot better because you have like a lot more protection.
Admin has a different opinion.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I mean, yeah,
So
but
don't
Edmund
wanna-
is good at playing it. You know what I mean? To the average
Yeah.
player,
I mean, Admin's just a goat. Admin's just a goat.
to a certain
That
like
guy's
to the
okay.
average player, the class is just not playable anymore unless you have like a smoke screen or something.
So I know that we've been around this topic for a while, but I know that for most people that don't understand it, it is not a bug. It is not. It is overtuned because of the amount of stats that it gains from gear from T3, when in reality it was a T2 spear that got put into a heroic. I'm gonna move on from this subject because I know it's getting really late and I don't want people to stay up until like fucking 2 a.m. to fucking catch up.
Yeah.
But this is actually something that I wanted to talk about and like see how like what your guys' thoughts were. Now that merges are live and actually here, have they actually improved the experience of the game and of PvP as a whole? In your guys' opinion?
I've raised the
I mean-
same thing.
I mean, I think
Well, like
okay.
the amount of guilds that can't, like with the SA guilds and the West guilds at the moment, has anything shifted in like any sort of not
Okay.
meta, just so we're clear, not in a meta way, but in a way that the game is moving a little bit better because there is more players on servers?
From the South
that makes
American vision, like, because I do talk to a lot of South Americans, right? It
Yeah.
was better because it's actually they have content, right? Because the server was dead. You can see like
Yeah.
with the guilds that we had, like Avontade, Knight, it was Black Block, and like
Yeah, they
Nox,
finally
right?
can do like war game and all that.
Yeah, they didn't do war games. There was like no PvP at all. Every server was a farm server, basically, right?
Yeah.
Some guilds disbanded, but now they actually have something to do in the game if they want to do PvP, right? Because before it was just nothing, right? So it was
Correct.
good, but then there's the bad parts of the schedule, the pings that made a lot of people not be able to play anymore, or straight up have to quit, or literally just feels horrible to play, right?
Correct.
So yeah, ups and downs.
And Vol, to you, Arlite, if you guys have an opinion on it.
Okay. So I got multiple things. I'm gonna have a little blow up as
You're
well. So
okay.
I'm
You're
gonna
dude.
I'm gonna let
Blow.
Arrowlight go in first before I blow
Oh.
up.
Well, I think it's nice to be able to compete against other guilds, but I mean the Steam charts tell the story of the concurrent player base now trying to put 3 regions with vastly different time zones all together and then have a schedule that fits for it.
Yep.
Just makes it so a lot of people either can't play the game or don't want to play the game anymore, and I don't think that's good long term.
Long term for the game. I can agree with
Yeah,
that.
I mean it's just a temporary band-aid thing over there, right?
I
It's
think
just
the
a temporary
merges were
Band-Aid thing.
rushed. I was expecting merges with a lot of changes to the system itself that maybe would like boot the game up again. You know, like if systems were changes, more things going on. I don't know, more content itself, but just merging and repeating the same thing from before, it's like even worse this time, right? In this case,
Yeah. Yeah.
dumb.
Alright.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Invuln, blow up. Go ahead, bro.
Well, actually, am I gonna blow? Hold up. So first things first, the merges were pretty fun. I enjoyed the merges. I've had a lot of fun. I had so many. We had so many war games recently and stuff as well. Like just increased amount of guilds participating in war games. It's been interesting to see like the metas that other servers also brought. I don't know. It's been. I think overall it's been fun. But like. We need a new mega server again, please. Thank you. Like, even if it's fun for this like a week, like, yo, hey Chuck, get off your fucking pussy ass and get over to my server right now, HR. All right, lock the fuck in.
I
We're
mean,
not gonna.
Megas.
We're not.
But what do you define as mega server though? Because right now, like in Enchanted, you're already barely rendering your own healer at this point.
I mean,
Valid. Fucking valid. I can
do you
attest
want
to
more
that.
people? Do you want more people in there? You can put,
more
like,
spinners. Oh god.
no, yeah, more spinners. That's the only problem. I think the more people we add, the more spinners. That's the issue. But
yeah, because like Enchanted right now has the most player, I think, in any other server. right?
Correct.
'Cause,
Correct.
yeah, I think you guys, if you guys can see your Archpost loot, you guys are probably hitting somewhere around like 700 or 800, right?
Yeah.
If we think about it. But I mean, I can say it on the casual side. It definitely makes some of the guilds, the one that I haven't seen before, like actually like maybe, they because right now in my server, despite of like having quote unquote like not competitive, but we do have like 600 to like 700 people hitting the boss.
Showing up to Arch Boss? Yeah. I
Yeah,
see.
basically. It is like a lot of people. I think it's just like the amount of like I don't know. I would say like casuals. Like a lot of the casuals are starting to like show up again because the server numbers is a lot of people. But unless they change something with the current system and all that, like how you get loots and how you get everything, like it's just basically a temporary band-aid before the problems gets worse again, right?
Exactly.
there's
There's a consistent. There's a. You can go. You can go.
Sorry. I don't like. Okay, look, every time there's a mega server, it lasts 1 week. But holy shit, I have so much fun for that 1 week, bro. We just have to keep repeating it. I'm on cycle at this point. Go ahead, Ruthless.
So there was two things I'm gonna add to that. First of all, I can attest with a mega server could be fun, but think about the amount of burnout that the guild leaders will go through. Do you remember back on Adrenaline when the first mega server was made? I don't know if you knew about this, but the guild leaders, like I know Arlight and Guttle and fucking McLovin, I know those three, at least from the top of my fucking head, would stay up till like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning discussing alliance like capability, like alliances being like at the same level. And it would go on for hours about people complaining that their alliance was getting slammed or their alliance was too strong, or it's just I can agree that a mega server on paper seems good, but the amount of mental that like and Arlight can probably attest to this because he was in those VCs. It's like it takes so much mental like energy that it's like it makes you want to like just fucking just roll over and fucking die.
I mean, but I know we're talking about mega servers. It happened a little bit on SA with what we had left over, but like, do we really need it? Like, what we have already on Enchanted, on Distortion, and I think even Despair, right, which is the NA West. I think that's the NA West server.
Correct.
It's already like decently healthy. There's like 3 fronts that I would say are like the most strong, right? Fronts, and there's like the other smaller dudes that are actually going into it and getting like 1 to 5 to 10% of the boss, sometimes even more. So there are some guilds that don't show for PvP when it comes to like war games, GVGs, right, like Brave Boons, but they actually can pack up like 10 to 15% of the bosses sometimes. I think we have here, is Paragon the name? Paragon?
Yeah, Paragon.
Like they are always trying to get good ranks. You sometimes gonna see Blair, right? Bubble blowers, I think. It's been
Yeah.
a while since I've seen, but yeah, you get the idea, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think
Yeah,
like
I feel like Enchanted is already a mega server. No, you guys have like
Yeah,
5
what
alliance
is
going
going
on.
I don't know. Is it? I
Like,
look. I just my guild trunk passes fucking ZVZ content. We just do GVGs mostly. My guild.
yeah,
So.
but that's what I'm saying. Like it's
like it's there.
different. Yeah, it's different.
So
It's like 5 alliance already, bro.
Oh, is there?
you
I don't know what's
even
happening.
alliance?
Yeah. Even in stone fights though, like a lot of times guilds like will have one stone fight and then be like, all right, bet, and then they just like won't do more after that, right? And then you're just sitting on the server, like
I mean, 'cause-
drastically reducing the resources of each individual player, right? Right
Yeah.
before a major content patch, and then it's just like, okay, now what, right? Like we came for stone fight, we had like one. Maybe one side doesn't want to do more. Maybe one side is like trying to prep or change things in preparation for the next one in the deck, and then you're just like, well, in the meantime, we could have done like 10 war games with different servers, right? So
Yeah, definitely
And
like
dropping
70%.
stone kind of sucks. Sorry.
Yeah, like
go,
70
Jeff.
70 is fun, but it's just the I think the disparity between guilds. You can we're at the stage of the point where we're thinking like, oh, throwing the number like throwing more numbers into the problem is not it anymore, right? We already know, okay, the comp is gonna be like this. If we don't have like if one static is missing their healer, we're cooked, basically, right? It's like the formula is already figured out to the point where now every time you want a deck, it's like, all right, let's check in with every single like 70
Member.
member player.
yeah.
Are like how many are we gonna be bringing in this fights? If I'm bringing less than 60, I'm not gonna deck, and that's what's happening, right? You're
Yeah.
not gonna deck. Like
Sure.
the 70 for 70, as fun as it is, the problem is just that like you can have guilds that just like, oh, like the reward is not as enticing anymore to the point where it forces you to like go for it. You only do it for the experience, and if you know that you're already gonna lose that fight, you're just not gonna do it. You know what I mean? In a lot of cases, they will prep they will prep so much to the point where, all right, we're ready. All right, let's deck on them, and then the other side is like, okay, like we get decked on. I guess we'll fight it, but that's like in once in every like 2 weeks or something, right? It's not gonna be like every single what it was before, like 4 days in a week. It's just not the same. The difference with Wargame though is like, all right, we only need 48 people, and it's kind of easy to get 48 people out of the 70 people in the guild. So you can kind of like, okay, let's schedule like 4 war games in a week or something like that.
The
And
thing
it's more
is,
fun too.
That is
the
really
content is
just like
very
in the
different.
past. That's been a bit of a problem. Like, for, like the fact that like you always wanted 100% attendance from your guild, like to most pieces of content. It's like, it's a lot. It's I mean, I don't mind as a hardcore player, but it is a lot for people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. In the end of the day, it's a ZVZ, right? It's like a
Correct.
ZVZ game.
Correct.
Like,
And the content is very different. Like war games, the portals in some maps, in most maps, like it's such a instant reflux respawn spam compared to like something like a rift and boom that if you die, it's actually pretty impactful depending on the situation on the map, right? So it does change a lot on the
yeah,
timing, like builds and compositions. I would say even calls. I feel like there's way more strat in rift and booms than war games because of the constant reflux that you have in war games.
Yeah.
this is what I wanna.
Why
This
can't
is
we
what
change? Why can't? Sorry, you go ahead. You
Go,
go.
go on, go on, go on. I'm about to move to
Sorry,
another
sorry.
topic.
Just
but
real quick
that's fine.
thing. Real quick thing. We've talked about it a lot of times before in different places, but like settings to war games where you can adjust portal spawn times. That'd be great. You know, like shit like that. That'd be fantastic. Also, fix the
Yeah.
bugs in war games. What the hell? Are they fixing the bugs? Are they fixing the bugs they patched? Do we know?
Yeah, I
Putting-
mean,
let
in the war
me
game.
let me keep putting people onto the map. Thank you.
Yeah,
I think the war
war
games
games
is still
Oh,
bugged
like-
next match.
No,
Yeah,
I don't want to play
gonna be bugged.
anymore. No.
But yeah,
Okay.
I think one of the thing too is the direction of like TNL, right? With the addition of Guild Portal and all that, do you like they're slowly going away from open world fighting?
It's
The
been a
open world
while,
meta
right?
and the wargame meta is slightly different, right? If you're
Correct.
building for
Yeah.
open world, you can like you kind of want to adjust your build to be like, okay, I want to build, let's say the Mafondate comp, the Miva comp. It works really really well with I would say like Boonstone Riftstone's fight because it punishes you if you die. With more defensive on your DPS, you're not gonna be dying as often, so you're not gonna get punished as often. But then if you're being glass in a 70v70, you start the fight, you die in 1 second. It takes you a minute to walk back. That's a really big punishment, right? But in war games, you don't really have that. You
Mhm.
just take TP, you go in, you go back, you die again, rinse and repeat. Set up my orb, blast it again, die again, repeat, and you're still gonna be having
Oh,
like a really high impact with that. But it's just like I would say like where do TNL want to go? Do they want to stay in this like open world type of thing
They
where
want
there's like
battlegrounds.
castle, archboss, or they're going to this like guild portal, battlegrounds,
Battlegrounds is the
fast
future.
respawn timer, war
Battlegrounds
games,
of the
like
future is cooked.
oh,
I feel like
It's
they
true
want. I
though.
feel like they're slowly shifting to like more
Like
of BG
integrating into
style.
more in GVG more than ZVZ, which honestly I can attest. I can also agree that they are forcing us to little by little every update. They're making it so like the gap gets wider with what we want to do and what like is better to do. So like GVG over ZVZ. So I know that we can go on for hours and hours about like server merges and like topics about um fuck, I can't even speak. Like topics about where TNL is supposed to be going and like what they're trying to shift the meta or shift the game to. Um, it's almost been 2 hours. We're gonna speed through these last two segments. This is a segment that I actually thought about. Is that the okay? Sorry, Tower of Shit.
oh, well,
Okay,
I mean, we can
so
scrap that. I mean, like
yeah,
people
we
are
do.
not
Wait.
playing it,
So,
right?
okay, so we could. So the thing is, we could scrap Tower of Greed. Yes, we could, 100%. Nobody is fucking doing it. Nobody. You can. I will give me a chart that says how many people have played Tower of Greed, and I bet you it's less than 2% of the population on the fucking game.
can I just say something?
It
I haven't
didn't
even done the
read.
quest yet. I haven't even done the
Okay.
quest yet, so
I'm not
Okay.
surprised, Invil. I'm not surprised.
So listen. This is something that they could implement, at least from what I feel, is that the only rewards that you get are 100 unlock stones, 140 conversion stones, and 140 nebula rune chests. That's the only resources that you get for a whole month when it's on a monthly reset. It took me 6 hours when it first came out with my healer to do it on Invo. Instead, maybe for the love of God, why don't they just make it so you get a shit ton of unlock stones, a shit ton of conversion stones, the resources that are gate kept by dungeons, and implementing them in a larger amount in Tower of Greed, which would incentivize more people to get into it. So
Please.
what is okay? What is stopping players from playing it? Is it the difficulty?
It's
Or is
boring.
it is boring.
It's just
Okay.
boring.
It's
It is.
Just very.
horrible. It's like
It's horrible. Yeah, exactly. It's
I think.
repetitive, it's garbage. But there me, like, even though it's ass, I can 100% agree. Do you guys not think that it could be something that they could add to like
Uh,
even if like they added like 800 unlock stones in fucking Tower of Greed? Fuck it. Let's just
I'm
say
good.
that.
I'm good. I'm
You're
chill.
I
I'm
good?
mean,
chilling.
I think
I
it's
would
just
get more
forces.
annoyed than like happy.
It's just it's just forcing people to play the thing that they don't want to play, right?
That's
It's like,
valid.
all
Yeah.
right, now you have, like you
You
have to
have to
do
do
this,
Tower of Greed. That is true. That
which
is
is,
I
true.
mean,
which,
Oh,
yeah, they
honestly,
kind of don't.
sorry, go Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the only the only good PvE thing that has come out from this game is just the
It's just
nightmare
dumb.
raid. It's just nightmare raid.
Even Nightmare Raid. Yeah.
Trials are fun,
Like
actually.
raids are probably the only thing that was fun when I was first progging it. It was the only like it was one of the content that I was like actually okay, let me figure out this mech, let me figure out this mech, let me figure out this mech.
Because it's mechanically difficult. That's
It is
why. It's
mechanically difficult and it also gives you a good enough reward.
exactly.
Like Nightmare gives you like accessories, which was so expensive like back then. But now with the amount of people that just like burst through it, pure damage, no mech, then if you don't have the proper build, you're just out. It's not fun anymore at this point. You know what I mean?
True.
But I mean,
So-
Tower of Greed,
Ah,
it's just gonna be like,
It's
okay,
just gonna be incentivizing
Yeah.
people to do it.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
it's gonna force people to do it, which
Yeah,
makes
like,
sense.
do
I didn't think
this.
about it like that.
yeah, like do this, or like you're gonna be behind. And all the PvP players that don't want to do this are gonna be behind, and they will quit because they were like, I'm not gonna be doing
True.
this thing if I wanna like, if it requires me to like be on the top end of PvP to do this thing, I will not do it. Period.
That's valid.
And they
That
will
makes
just like not do it.
I'm
I did
not
not think
gonna
about
lie.
it.
I think it
About
happens
it.
before with when they first introduced runes.
Oh,
Oh yeah, repeated trials
Because
over and over.
people he need to do repeated trials. But the people who do PvP, and I'm pretty sure Invul can attest to this, I don't think Blood wants to do there. I don't think
Nah.
Bloods want to be there.
no PVE, no PVE.
But then if you were not
Well,
there,
no, I
you were
think
losing.
okay.
You were
let me-
losing on so
let-
much stats, right?
Yeah, 100%. That was pretty bad. I had a lot of people that fucking quit, bro, like over the rune grind.
I remember, I remember back then when they first introduced runes, people who wanna just PvP were like, oh, like all the PvPers are sitting at level 1 or 2 runes. But then if you want to be competitive on PvP, you have to have level 60 runes. The difference between level 1 and level 60 back then
That's
were
huge.
crazy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Were crazy. And a lot of people quit because they were like, oh, like even some
This
of
shit
my
is
like some of
fucking
my
ass.
guildmates were like, I can't even pay to win this. Like they don't even allow me to pay to win this. Let me just swipe it. I will swipe it if
The
you allow
thing
me to
is,
swipe it. But
I kind of get that they want people to play both contents, but I really wish there was more rewards for like progressing just by playing PvP. You know, I know, but a lot of people don't agree with this take. I have seen it around, but honestly, I only do the PvE so I can have fun on PvP.
yeah,
So
I mean that's the
it's
thing,
like
right? Yeah.
painful in many ways.
And it's just like how bearable the PvE is. Right now, the
Yeah.
PvE is like, okay, just do your dungeons, which is whatever. You do it in 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes. It's whatever. But if you start making like, all right, in a month you have to do 6 hours of Tower of Greed in order for you to get 800 Alok stones, we'll just dip out.
I'm not gonna lie, if you didn't had to regress a bunch
Yeah,
of
the Tower of
times and
Greed,
just had like
the
1
hardest
to
part-
50, great, I would do 1 to 50, that's okay, you know, I see the progression, but when you force me to restart to not get any reward doing the same thing, it's
Yeah,
like,
it is annoying.
bro, I get
every
it's once per
day.
month, but like, bro.
You have to, like,
regression system is
reset
so
it.
Stupid. It's so
Arlen, what were you
stupid.
gonna say?
Oh, I was saying the regression system in Tower Grid
It's-
is really
It's-
stupid.
it's
Whoever designed
stupid.
that does not understand anything.
It's so
Yeah.
stupid. Like, I
Like,
like that they put some gear now for new players. So if you're a new player and you actually just go there, get like your
But you can't
two-piece
clear it as a
veil.
new player because you don't have
The,
gear.
the first floors you actually can to get the
That's
the
true. Wait,
veil,
that's true though.
like
That's
the
true.
first pieces of gear. But they could definitely improve it to make better for new players to explore it, right? Like I don't know,
Yeah,
anything,
agree.
rewards, remove the regress, just make the content relevant.
We need to up the combat coin limit in BGs, by the way. Like talking
Yeah,
about
the combat
more
coin is-
content
Yeah,
for
that would
music.
be nice.
They add more shit in the shop, and then they don't increase the amount of combat coins that you get. They need to add more from like doing Dominion events. They need to add it to inter-server
EVP
Riftstone,
Dominion,
coins.
Archboss, anything,
Siege,
man.
yeah, like just
Yeah,
add it to more
Castle
content,
Siege.
man, and increase it. I don't know why they're so stingy with it.
Yeah.
Because
They're
they're
stingy
literally
with
they're
everything
stingy,
in this
they're
game.
stingy with everything. Yeah, exactly.
Everything in this
Everything
game.
with the fucking game they're stingy with, bro.
No,
Mm.
dude,
Um,
the events are stingy as shit. Oh, to get my 100 unlock stones from my event this month. Oh, innit?
The 6
Uh,
entity
mm.
cards.
Why bro goes British all of a sudden? Why does bro
I don't
go
know, man. I
British
feel
all
like
of a
it. I feel
sudden?
like it.
Bro, they give you like 4 Calantia shards, and then they're like, "Yep, you
it's
should be
sick.
grateful." Valentine's event, 4
Are you
Calantia.
happy? Are you not smiling?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Like, bro, when I first cleared Nightmare, I was like, all right, oh my god, it's 8 days of progging, and then all I get is 2 Calentia shards. I was like, no way. No way.
It is.
For
It
fuck's
is.
sake, bro.
Yeah, it is. So
Yeah.
They're just stingy with everything at the end of the day. Oh, yeah.
Why? Bro, their game is dying. You need to give your people that are still playing the rewards that make us feel at least excited to log back on. Like, are you guys stupid?
You have
Log
2
in,
X
devs.
packs.
Use your brains. You fucking. I'm gonna say some words. I'm not gonna do it.
I don't think
Alright,
they play
guys.
the game, very unfortunately.
They don't. There's no way they play their game. I swear to God, they don't. It's impossible.
I mean,
Yeah.
playing this game is very demanding. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Fuck
It
my life.
is
It's gonna be
almost a job at points.
Do you know how demanding it is going to be tomorrow doing all those fucking dungeons? Fuck
I
my
have
life.
3 characters.
Oh,
full
I'm so
stacked, bro.
excited for my reskin dungeons, my reskin ants of fucking destruction or whatever. Woo! Everybody,
Invul is
oh,
not
let's
gonna. Invul is not gonna do his.
He's not gonna
Invul is not gonna do
go.
his.
I don't forget the necklace ball. I need to get the necklace. It is what
They
it is.
actually made the dungeons 4K power, so it's like very trivial from what I have seen.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like
Um,
another one brain dead. There are some mechanics, but like mostly brain dead.
Most of them are
gameplay.
brain dead and you can tank them. Yeah.
Involved
Oh,
do
but it's-
PvE. Somebody said you don't have 3 level 12 heroics.
Who?
I have a level 10 cape right now.
bro said
hell
Oh
bro is
my
cocked?
god!
Yeah,
Bro said bro is cocked?
He's cooked. It's cooked. It's cooked. It's cooked.
Bro, dude, if I have like, I could probably run around with a level and it's fine these days. Doesn't matter, bro.
I mean,
Alright.
it is what it is.
The
You guys got anything
last-
else? Yeah, we're already
It's
hitting
the-
it.
It is the last segment of the night, guys.
Okay,
Looking at
okay.
everything that we've talked about, or looking at everything that we've talked about, and in any way or shape or form, in your mind, what do you think the game needs right now? And it's going from person to person to person, one by one. What does the game need right now that would bring back players as a whole?
Alright, I'll give one.
Okay.
Path of Ascension. Done. Path of Ascension above that thing. Give them Brooch.
That's a good
That'd be
one.
so-
At this point, give them Biz Brooch. I don't care. Give them Biz Brooch. I don't want it. They can have it, bro. At this point.
God bless.
Give the new players everything. Or level 12 heroics, just like trade it out. Give them a bunch of shit, man.
They could
Give
put
them
them at
enough
like 7K score or 7.5 and would be like okay,
Yeah,
right?
7.5
Do you still have to
is, I
go
think,
after like
minimum. Because you're not playing in BG though. Like they want to make this BG a thing, but you can't play if you don't
it's
have
miserable
7.5.
for
you
like
don't
3
have gear,
months.
yeah.
It's miserable for 3 months.
It's like you're just there sitting
Oh.
with 15k HP and there's like one precision dash and you're dead.
Yeah.
It's not even any other skill, it's just precision
Ah,
dash and you're just dead.
Can you
Oh.
imagine inviting friends to play this game and then they find
Yeah,
out that
no,
they do
they will
6 months of
murder me.
progress just to still be behind? They will shoot you.
Yeah.
We're just gonna bump
don't.
that.
And
We're
that's
just
why we
guys
play
are here-
League.
Like in the end of the day, I feel like every game you will always bleed out players, right? You can't always
Yeah.
retain your whole player base. You're always gonna bleed out players, but at the same time, you have to like get in new players. But right
Correct.
now, for them, getting in new players is just like
It's an
they
it's
have
like an
it.
impossible
People are
task.
looking for it. It's not like nobody's looking for the game.
Yeah, there's
But-
people asking, right, to play the game.
Yeah,
I
like-
also received that, so like
But spending 3 months on a game that you don't even know how the PvP is gonna feel like, and like, it's just like, it's 3 months is a lot of time, man.
I know it's not the topic since we're talking about something else, but do you think if they gave on Path of Ascension just like a decent, not like base, but decent tier 3 set just so people could play it, and then they can spend the time like getting their proper tier 3 set, like base, and then getting like their right level, right? But they just having like a tier 3 playable for battlegrounds would just like lift the game a lot.
Yeah, because in the end of the day, even if you have biz set, you still need to learn how to play the game. And you
No,
can't
but-
learn how to play the game if you don't have a biz set.
It's because right now they
no
give
matter
you
how
a
you
tier
do-
2, right? Like tier 2
Yeah.
traded set from Path, I think, right? So it's
Yeah,
not
they
even
do
like
give
tier
tier
3,
two.
which
Oh
is
my
like
God, you're right.
it's
You're right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you end up with 6K versus like the guy that has like 8.2K with like everything in the game.
And then they gotta grind precious crystals. Like, bro,
Yeah.
you gotta grind the precious crystals.
I also think I mean they advertise this game as like classes, right? If they do add systems in place that gives people the gear, they should have like an NPC or something that lets them directly transfer it into another starter set. So for example, let's say they give like full Blood Hunter as like one of the sets, and then they decide, you know what, they want to play tank instead, and so give them, I don't know, 4-piece Umbral, like 2 Vanguard, 2 Umbral, something that works for tank that is equivalent, that they like it checks the traits and it goes, okay, like the whatever, like you're like fully traded out, and it gives you the same shit for like a tank, so that they can experience another class, and maybe allow them to have like one swap a month or something like that. So it feels like they're not locked into the class that they decided to join in. And now if they want to, I don't know, start it all over again, if they want to go to another class, they have to start all over, right? So
Yeah, even a month cooldown is better than they have right now. Like right now, it's not a cooldown at all. Like you just
The hard
can't swap
bounce,
it.
regear,
swap
and like progression to
All right,
hold
Invul,
players
blow up. You
sometimes.
got it.
Mess.
Okay, there's 2 things. Now, the first thing, there's 2 things to talk about here. First thing is Throne and Liberty 2 at this point. At this point, this
Okay.
game just needs a
Oh
completely...
hell no!
This game just needs a complete rework in a lot of aspects. So many aspects need to rework. So many things need to be changed. I got on the list here. Nebula sucks. Evasion sucks. Some of the defensive stats sucks. The kill timing sucks. Balancing is just rough in this game because it's fundamentally flawed. We have issues about rewards when it comes to every piece of content. We have a lot of dead pieces of content because it's not rewarding enough for the casual player. So that's why everyone's playing BGs. I can make a rap song. Like right now, I'm fucking spitting. I can play so many things right now. But besides that, I did a new approach. I thought about it a few seconds ago, right? Now, why don't we just, satiate the gooners instead of the Throne of Liberty community? And what do I mean by this? I'm talking about more slut mog. I'm talking about the introduction of being able to have children and have sex with people in your house. Like I can invite e-kittens over, and like it'll be the first MMO to have that. Let's have children. Let's get married, raise a family, bro. I'm so ready for these things for Throne of Liberty.
I mean,
There we
more
go.
life is killing, and like peace, slice of life, sandbox feeling, socials. I always appreciate that. Like, I don't know, honestly.
Oh my
We're gonna have
God.
Throne and Liberty Mobile, I guess.
Well, I'll meet you in the middle, right? Like FF14 has the ability for people to make mods or add mods, right? And then if people choose to, then they can mod the game in a certain way that makes it
Yes,
appealing.
bro. I've played Skyrim, and you should see how many sex
Oh my
mods I've got on
God.
my Skyrim save. It's crazy, bro.
Okay. It's fried.
Bro just want to
Let's get
RP
into
at
that
this
time.
point, bro.
Yeah,
Bro just want to RP. Bruce said, I don't want to do PvE anymore. Let me just RP.
But no, not even like RP. Have you ever played like some other MMOs that have social hubs? It's actually mega nice. Like for example, PSO2 had a casino, and people actually would go to the casino and just chat and like get
Oh my
invited to
God.
guilds and group up. It was actually mega fun. It was just
Maybe
like
gambling.
for cosmetics. Yeah, exactly. We had like
W gambling.
blackjacks. We had like it was actually like mega fun. Not gonna lie to you. Like I would spend like half of the time on the market, the other half like mostly on the casino, just meeting people and like talking to people. It's fun, It's something that you spend your time just enjoying the game.
Enjoying gambling. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
that's true.
Gambling in RuneScape, right?
Dude, Lucid
Dude.
Casino. They better
Oh
add a
my
casino
God.
tonight. Lucid
No,
gambling, bro.
no.
Yes, gamble. I'm putting everything on black, bro.
I mean, it would be kind of hyped in certain aspects, but bad.
Next war game, Gomdal versus Jailed. Who is betting on?
Oh my god, flipping on war games.
You get to put parlays on war games, but parlays on war games would be fun,
Oh.
honestly.
You just know that they're gonna like if somebody hears Arlight put like 20k on this team to win, they're throwing the game to change match fixing.
Match fixing is real.
I hate Jailed, by the way. Just a shout out. Jailed will fall.
Damn.
Fuck Jailed. Fuck Jailed. There you go.
What did Joe do to you?
What did McLeod? Yo,
I hate
What
them.
is
I am a
happening,
Jailed
bro?
hater. I am a
Yo,
Jailed
what is-
hater, and A-Dub's about to get banned.
Which
What is
Joe
happening to-
ego
What is
Broke-
happening
broke
to
Indolent's heart?
Enchanted
W-
guys?
W
Well, I haven't hit-
roundtable. W
Hold up.
roundtable.
I haven't hit up the e-girls in Jailed. Should I start doing that? What do you think,
Oh my
guys?
God.
No.
No, not again.
Cannot condone this.
I had 3 different alliances since I started playing LNA on like in Ivory. Like I
Welcome to
allied
the
to
NA
like
meta,
one of them.
where a lot of
That's a
drama
big-
is going on, bro. A lot.
Bro,
Drama.
that's a perfect topic for next round table. We can talk about the e-girl tier list and the drama
Absolutely
surrounding it all.
not.
Oh man, I'm
Absolutely
sorry.
not.
We can't
Absolutely
call that a
not.
round table. We can't call that a round table.
It's more of a. I'm not gonna say it. Actually, no, mind. Oh, good.
We are gonna get struck by AGS if we call it a round table.
We're gonna talk about casino. So
Yo, I want to put everything on black, bro. Do not put a casino in fucking the game, please. I'm cooked if they do.
I do want to hear
Oh,
Aralite like feel on how to make the game better though. Very
He has a
curious
lot.
about
He
that.
has a lot in his bag.
Well,
Next,
me on the ground.
next is the final. Sorry.
Go ahead, Dan.
Next is the final. To be honest, right, besides all the memes and stuff, next is the. If Nyx fails, we're screwed.
game
By
is
the way,
done.
I think
Yeah, the game-
it's just
the
dead.
game
It's
is
just
done.
judged.
Even if it doesn't
It-
fail, there's a very high chance it's going. Let's be honest.
The game, if I'm so serious, guys, though, like on a real note, if Nyx is a failure, there's a possibility that the game might shut down. Like for real.
Wait.
On a real note, there's no shot.
But if you think about it though, like
Isn't it?
PvP
Okay.
MMO, what is the average player base of PvP MMO?
What do you mean,
in
like average?
2026?
You can
Like okay,
have
the
people.
numbers.
I'd say take like 10 to
In
20k
2026.
peak. with, like,
26k, 26k.
Overall peak,
No.
right?
yeah,
just
I'll
peak.
BDO
pick.
has
That's
players,
not
right?
whole
And,
population.
like RuneScape has players, right? And
BDO
PvP
have
scene
people
is
fishing,
popular.
no?
And people... No, what? Which one? BDO or
BDO.
yeah, I
video
hear
game.
that as
this-
well.
right, Guild Wars 2, right? But
Like I feel
mean,
like, okay, here's the thing. Don't you think every time we move to a new MMO, we're facing the same people? We go to Ashes,
Yeah.
we find Supple. We go to BDO, we find like I don't know, whichever guild that was here before.
I mean, it's the
Like,
same player base for the same thematic. It's just people trying to find a game.
yeah.
I don't mind that personally, but yeah, go ahead.
it's at the top level you'll find like the similar names, right? It's people
Yeah.
who are good at one game are going to like keep chasing that high and play with the
No,
same
you're right.
competitive crowd, right? Like the
Yeah.
organization helps you get to the top again, right? And there's a certain feeling that comes with it. It's like competing in a sport, right? At the highest level, it's the adrenaline.
Yeah, you're right.
But
you're right.
on the topic of Nyx, though, like Nyx could be the best thing ever, but the problem is, like, let's say 90% of the player base enjoys Nyx, right?
Correct.
Like, you're still not bringing new players in. They still can't catch up to enjoy the content. They get an email notification. Hey, come back to Throne and Liberty. We're releasing Nyx at this whole new region. They log on the game. Oh, I can't actually like interact with the new content. I'm gonna go back to playing whatever I like gives me immediate satisfaction, right? I get like a immediate hit, and so it just doesn't solve the
Yeah.
problem. And then
Right.
slowly but surely, people are gonna be like, oh, this new content is like kind of stale now. The hype is done after a month
Yeah.
or so. I'm gonna stop. So
Yeah.
nothing
Imagine-
gets resolved by a new region until you make like an increase in the supply of players coming into the game, and then you have other avenues for like people to enjoy the game outside of just like CTA logging PvP events, right? Like Invulnerable said. And you guys mentioned like the casinos, the social aspects, like you want people to come onto the game and have fun doing things that don't feel like a chore. And there's a lot of things connected to that, like the guilds, like requiring 70 attendance to stone fights, really tedious. They should make it so that, if they want to make it instance, they can, whatever. It changes the dynamic, of course, but like making it so that only 54 or 48 players have to show up to the stone fight means people can take days off, and then Throne of Liberty stops becoming this like hyper time consuming game and a more casual-ish, like one that's respectful of your time. So and like more participation rewards. So even people that are like, I can only make it to a certain events throughout the week, but I can still keep up, right? More towards like the top 10%, right?
Yeah, like things like Wargame is a little bit more like respecting of your time, right? You have like 48 people instead of like requiring every single one people to be on. You can put people in like active roster or like not active roster. Like I feel like if they kind of have that for like the GVG zone, I think will be probably a little bit better. to be like
War
able
games are
to
the best
toggle people.
content.
Yeah.
War games are the best content in this
War games
game,
are the
and
best
why-
content.
but besides that, I actually think Siege is actually really good content, but it's like really rare to get like really good Sieges these days because of just the player count and stuff. Like,
Did you not see the West versus East inter-server, bro? That shit was gigafun.
but
Have
didn't you guys
ever-
destroy them or some shit?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Super fun from his side.
Yeah,
Because he's
he's
winning.
sarcastic.
You guys
He's just being
destroyed us?
sarcastic.
Super fun from his side because he's winning. Duh.
But like one thing that is very stupid, I don't think anyone has spoken about it. Have you ever thought how many war games we did and we just fight for no rewards? And the same for GVGs on field portals, because most of the times the boss is not gonna die, like in most competitive scenarios. And like, why do we not have any content to substitute that war game? Like, why do we actually don't have simply a war game, but like with rewards in the game?
Like gaining them
Yeah.
afterwards.
Why do we have to organize all of this from outside of the game and like have this whole scenario, right? And nothing like as a feature, as a thing in the game, like that actually progresses your character, like makes people show up. You could have like 24 versus 24 more competitive like war games guilds. I know something smaller for a smaller guild. It just annoys me. I'm just annoyed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But
No, you're good. I think.
Um,
I mean, what if? I think again, we talked about this before, right? War games are more feasible because you only need 48 to show up, and like Jehu said, when it comes to stone fights, if you don't have like 60 plus members showing up for the Riftstone fight, you're not going to deck. If the Riftstone fights, although they're like more strategically interesting, when you have like, oh, if you wipe, you have to regroup and come back. If they were more like instant space and you could adjust some of the death timers a little bit to compensate, I think like that could be better, especially if you have like entry requirement caps, right? So if you deck on a stone, maybe in your guild menu where there's notes or something, you have to select who will be able to like be teleported into this instant stone fight, and then you would have more content like that regularly, and then open that up to like just being able to declare on like more stones frequently. Move like, I don't know, you can change it up and you can have some interesting dynamics there. But I think war games is appealing because there's just less work needed to be done, right? You just schedule it. You can fight a variety of opponents, not just the same ones, right? And you can do it with less people and switch out. Like, okay, if this melee team's not here, let's put in a ranged team. If spinner team's not here, let's put in a different things like that. So,
guys, I'm not gonna lie. It's almost 2 a.m. for me. I think this is where we're gonna call it. At least for me. I'm probably gonna have to wake up early in the fucking morning tomorrow. So
yeah, it's
sounds good.
I appreciate Arlight, Jihu, Lucky, Invulm. At the end of the day, bro, like even if AGS doesn't look at this and they don't take a look at the roundtable, no matter what, we still did our best or our effort to put out an opinion that everybody should be putting out and thoughts that the community wants to have. I appreciate all of you for coming in and giving me your thoughts and your guys' inputs on the.
No, I appreciate it. Ruthless, sorry, I just need to correct you real quick. It's not AGS anymore. It's just Tico. I don't even know how many people work on this. I don't even know how many people work on this game anymore, bro. I don't even know.
I don't know if Tico is there. We'll see.
It was pre-recorded, bro. It was AI generated. Kidding. That's crazy. But yeah. Again, thank you so much for you guys hopping in and having conversations with me about it. For anything in the future, I am most likely going to be doing a roundtable every single month or at the start of every single month. So this one was a little bit late because it was kind of like we fucking scattered it a little bit because we were trying to figure out when people were like active and when we could actually do it. But for future references, we'll do more of these. We'll implement more people. And I kind of want to push it out a little bit more into the community and see if we can get more people that are not just streamers onto them in the future. But either way, I appreciate you guys so much for hopping in. I think I'm gonna hop off because I'm fucking exhausted.
Quick thing, should we? Honestly, we should have one like maybe even a week after this next patch. To be honest, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to talk. again
No,
about like
not
this
yet, not
patch or
yet.
something?
Sure. We could.
We're gonna
But yeah.
hate on Brooch.
It's just
yeah, yeah.
it's gonna be a fucking hour of us talking about how shit Brooch is, bro. It's fucking
Yeah,
fried.
probably. Probably.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
it's on maintenance.
But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the night. But I'm gonna call it a night.
All right,
Alright,
GG's.
thanks
I
for
think
the
we
call,
all good,
guys.
I
I
guess.
appreciate it. Sorry.
All right,
Jesus.
good to go.
All right, catch you guys. GG's, everyone. Thanks
See you
for
later.
talking.
Bye bye.
Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.
Peace out.
All right, that was interesting. I mean, yeah, imagine everyone kind of mostly agree on the same takes by this point. It's like everyone has been playing this for way too long. There is, of course, diverged opinions everywhere in the community. There always were, but it is what it is. Right. I'm gonna go rest because the game is in maintenance. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for the invite, Ruthless. That was actually pretty fun. I hope the tick was on fire. That's about it. Have a good night, people. Bye bye.